Everybody, welcome to the trophy room pre-show to the main show. I'm your host, Joseph. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm exhausted, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
It's a long day. There's a lot to talk about.
There is a dude.
It was nonstop all day. Who decided February 21st?
We're just gonna go in.
Here's everything. I don't get
It's
it.
nuts. It's nuts. Also, as of I just want to put this at the end of the flash news. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, I didn't really give it a look over.
Tomorrow is the anniversary of PSVR.
The second one?
Yeah.
Shit.
Alright.
Whoa. Okay.
It's been wild, man. It's been nuts. Today has been just absolutely total chaos. And I also, like, for anybody getting in here on the chat, thank you everybody for just putting in so many questions this week that also correlated to like all the big topics we're talking about.
Mhm.
There's only one Sony Pony Express question this week.
Oh, wow.
Because everybody was just like, here's shit that y'all want to talk about. Elden Ring, we know.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you all so much. Y'all are,
well,
again, fantastic.
As we start guessing what game this is, just want to say, what up, Silcanet? Landon, Nisa, Mackenzie, what's up?
What up?
Landon says, Joe, I'm 60 hours into Cyberpunk and can't stop.
Yes. I saw that he bought as well, or they bought the Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC.
Ooh.
Keep up the good work. Keep up the good
Nisa
work.
asks what we thought about the Nintendo State of Play.
Well, I mean, you'll hear all about it.
First and foremost, what's this game?
Oh, what's this game?
Yeah, I don't want to lead into anything because we're close to doing the show.
Oh man, I don't know. What is this?
It's not right, but I'm putting Dead Space just to get a new picture.
It kind of reminded me of
81.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of Last of Us at the end when you're in the subway station.
Yeah. So this is different types of elements.
Okay.
Because I see the element numbers down here. Okay, what are we doing, chat?
I still got nothing.
So Kenneth says Barrow Trauma. I will trust you. I don't know what that game is.
If it is what
whoa,
it is.
Whoa!
Wow.
So Kenneth, MVP. MVP.
You want to host for just both of us?
Whoa, not what I was expecting of this game.
Hot dang.
All right, okay. We always do the last week, so we got 6 more to go. We're gonna get one of these, Joe.
What is this?
Not the chat. We have to get at least one.
Put in Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
It's like Battle for Middle Earth or Conquest.
Well, you said Battle first.
All right, yeah, go for it.
No.
No.
Oh God, 59 Levelopedia. Oh jeez. Oh no. Yeah, Nisa, we'll get into the Nintendo thing on.
Oh yeah.
We celebrate all games. We watch it all.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's what I'll say about that. Just to give you guys a hint. I knew it was a bad direct because I enjoyed it. If that makes any sense.
15 Kills Massacre, PC and mobile. I think this is a wash, Joe.
Yeah.
I
don't know. RuneScape? Oh wait, Guild Wars? Wait. 15 Kills Massacre. Oh no.
It got a 59.
Diablo Immortal.
It scored that low?
Yes, because of the microtransactions.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah. that's
So Cannon
Diablo
also
5.
shouted out Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, get to keep my job.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with this stuff, man. You know, I'm pretty good.
I'm just well, no, not that you got it. Just 59% on that game. I didn't. That kind of just went over my head.
It was the time when they were all like figuring out how to, you know, monetize bigger mobile games. They still haven't figured it out. What is this?
Well, it's a shooter. That's a gun.
Okay. Bear with me here. No, Deathloop was last week, right?
Yes. Yes.
This looks like that's a World War I gun, but like that umbrella,
like a beach umbrella.
It looks whimsical, you know?
Well, is there a Call of Duty map that takes place like on a beach front, like a resort?
That's a good question.
Let's just say a Call of Duty, see if it's in the franchise.
Okay.
Let's go Black Ops 4.
Yeah. And well, no, because that kind of looks like a dice thing too.
No, it's not. 80%. You got
All
some.
All right, hear me out here. Battlefield.
Oh, Hardline?
Battlefield 1. Hear me out.
Okay. No.
Huh.
Not even in the Battlefield. PS5?
PS5? Change loadout. Is this couldn't be like this couldn't be the Division. Let's try to the Division.
That doesn't have a PS5 version.
Does it not?
Division 2 is PS4.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit. Okay. So a shooting game on PS5 and Series X that has stuff when you're downed.
Really quickly, Joe. Garrett in chat saying, will there be talk about Hiroki Totoki and his call out of unaccountable studios at PlayStation? Possibly referring to Naughty Dog's mishandling of factions. I did not hear anything of that.
Here's the thing about it.
I could have missed it completely. I don't know.
A lot of... That's a good question.
Is it like a translating thing?
I was thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Because the whole conversation frustrated me of how like we're still hanging on this guy's words translated after the fact a week afterwards. Where like I just maybe we'll put it in at the start of the show. It's just like, to me, a lot of the rhetoric I saw around Hiroki Totoki, and I'm not saying you're doing it at all, Garrett. It's just like a lot of the rhetoric I saw around his words were kind of like were like fueling like console war stuff. Of like, well, what does other platforms mean? So it's like, to me, the reason why I don't want to make it a big thing is simply because we talked so much about it last week.
That's fair.
And I don't want to go over the same thing of like, to put it short, I don't want the internet to dictate what my show is. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, yeah. Okay, this game just literally came out.
Did it?
Oh, the finals.
This is the finals?
Yep. So yeah, like we're not going to talk about, because to that it's like,
hey, nice job.
Thank you. To them talking about Naughty Dog or whomever, it's like those studios, like for example, Naughty Dog has producers now. There's a reason why they have producers now. Because they even said it. They love being late. So, you know, I don't want to talk about like things that are like purely he said, she said, you know? Gattaca.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't want to just have it on a static screen while you were. This is it's definitely an older game.
Yeah, definitely older.
93.
93.
I thought this was like the tank shooting up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Talk to me, because I have no idea.
Rare replay?
Idea. No.
Well, no. Huh?
What is this? What is this?
PC only. Oh boy.
Oh, fucking shoot me.
So Kenneth says Terraria.
Terraria don't look like that, though.
No. What in the... What?
Simulator.
93. So this is a highly regarded game.
Sim City?
I mean, I don't have a better
year,
guess. But... Let's just put Sin City just to move it. Oh my God. It's right there.
Talking to big dog.
It's right there.
Woof woof.
They're in... It's like prison. And... Oh, maybe not. No, never mind. I just saw the date 2006. It's not the game I was thinking of. Shit, I don't know.
2006.
Oh, so Ken, it says chat lad killed the attempt. Dwarf Fortress is what he's saying.
Dwarf Fortress.
Damn, Silcanic.
Oh, wow. Dude, Silcanic. Just crushing it.
Absolutely.
Also, if y'all could, hit that subscribe. You know? And I just clicked the page, and that's a penis.
It's definitely a palm tree with coconuts.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh,
Let's go Parappa. Let's go Parappa.
All right. I'll go with Parappa.
Parappa. No. Oh. Sound shapes?
Ooh, if it's sound shapes.
You know what? Let's go with your Hohokam.
Right.
It's not PSP. It's sound shapes.
Okay. I think I've played a little bit of sound shapes.
I love sound shapes.
Yeah, that's
it's not sound shapes. What?
PSP
puzzle strategy, pastel-y.
God,
this is definitely like the devs who made sound shapes in Hohokam. Like it's.
And you know what the Loco Roco?
Damn it, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
The one there. The one game that looks like that I never played.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that penis tree. Well, still Cannon said in chat.
Oh, did he say? Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I know that. Okay.
All right, we got two more.
GameStop and the cover art. What is this?
Man, this last week has been super hard.
Yeah, right?
What is the hell?
Oh, no. I like that ad, though. It's very wholesome.
I don't know. VR missions for Metal Gear. I don't know.
What?
Oh! This is the impossible game.
How the fuck?
Ooh.
All right.
No, wait, hold on. I know what this is. I play it on my phone.
Impossible mission?
Shit, it's the jumping one where you jump to the beat.
Get your phone out.
It's got the chat
Baba
up.
Is You? Logan
no, it's definitely not Baba Is You.
Geometry Dash. Okay.
Oh, is it? I thought it was called the Impossible Game. God, spelling geometry.
Thank God I'm not behind the scenes right now. M-A.
There we go.
Nope. M-E.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
It's definitely the game I was thinking of, but I thought it was the Impossible Game. Yeah, everything's to the rhythm, so you have to platform based on the rhythm. It's pretty fun.
Two genres I can never get right.
All right, last one. We gotta feel confident about this one. We have to.
Metal Slug.
Okay. Which one? We'll go OG. No. Too
Mega
old.
Man.
Yeah, this is definitely a Mega Man. It's not a Mega Man. I'll do nothing because I got nothing. It's not a Mega Man.
Wait, look at the guys up top here. Oh, come on. DOS, Amiga, Atari, Commodore. There's no way, dude.
I'm just gonna skip just to see.
My dad was 24.
It's a platform. Alex Kidd.
Oh no, never mind. My dad was in his 30s.
Alex Kidd in the Miracle Worlds? Nope.
I was -1.
I was only thought of briefly.
My mom and dad were watching a Batman.
Oh, is that the story?
No, I don't know how they did. I don't know how. No, my brother. You want to know what's really cute? My brother asked for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
They're like, all right.
And now you fight all the time.
Yeah. Now I can't stand that fucking guy. No, I love him. He's good.
Jesus, I don't know.
This is the first one to stump us.
I literally have zero idea. Katie says I was a -4. By the way, Katie, congrats on getting the job.
Yes, congrats.
Well done.
What are you doing?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know if you can, I don't know, pay our bills.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. I don't know. Ice Climbers.
Dude, remember Icy Tower?
Rick Dangerous 2?
No one was getting
Who is this? You know what? No. We're doing one that we missed. Just one more. I gotta feel good. Okay. This seems more up our alley. I'm gonna say
turbines.
I'm gonna say Just Cause 4.
They ruined the view. Birds. They hate them. They fly right into the wings.
Okay, it's not Just Cause.
Metacritic 87. Flower.
Ooh. Good call, Joe. Good call. Hey, there it is. Nicely done.
That's why we're a PlayStation podcast, baby.
Nicely done.
All right, 1 sec. I gotta make sure people know I'm recording.
Oh, okay. Well, Joe's gone. Chat. We're gonna play another one.
Hello, mother.
We're gonna play another one.
I'm recording.
Hey, good job, Katie. Excellent. Job is a job. Money is money. Even though it sucks saying that. That makes me just sad just thinking it. I don't know. Psychonauts.
All right. I was talking to her about
that's a store. That's a store.
Mario.
Which one? 3D World?
That can't be it. But
no.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. This is Kirby, and it should not have scored as high as it did.
No. I think we could all agree.
Look, they're too ashamed to put the actual. Oh, there it is. 85. Way too high.
I'd be ashamed too.
Way too high. Way too high.
You ready? You ready to rock, Kyle Stevenson?
Maybe.
A PlayStation podcast by the players for the players.
I've never heard of PlayStation, but you know what? I'll give it a good old college try.
All right.
That's how you found me.
That's right.
All right, chat. We will see you in exactly 16 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 364 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend talk about.
Oh, snap! We and me and my best friend, nothing.
What? Fuck it, we'll do it live. All right, ready? All right, this one's where I mean it. Ready? Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. This week is episode 365, where we're going to be chatting all about Xbox games finally being revealed on PlayStation, Shadows of the Erdtree, Borderlands movie reactions, Balatro review, Shadows of the Erdtree, and so much more. You said Shadows of the Erdtree 3 times.
Yeah,
Kyle.
that was the joke.
Oh.
Because we're excited about it.
We are excited about it. I thought the second time I was like, oh, he messed this up. I'm going to just go over.
Nope, I definitely did it intentionally, but it's fine.
Fair enough. Kyle, how do you say the poker game, everybody?
Balatro.
Balatro.
At least that's how I say it. I don't know.
Fair enough. That, my Jersey brain, I couldn't do it. But hey, man, how are you doing today?
It's been a day. It's been a week. It's only Wednesday. However, it feels like Friday.
It really does.
And I had Monday off. That's how my week's going.
Fair. I mean, you work in PR and in games PR, and we had Nintendo news at the same time we had Elden Ring news. So I thought it would be just day off, just push everything to Thursday.
that's the thing when you're working to try to get these, like in my case, the very small indie games out there for media to talk about, when the gaming industry at large just decides, hey, you know what? Let's make Wednesday, February 21st, the biggest gaming news day of the year.
Seriously.
It makes our job very difficult. Because as soon as like the direct goes up, like if anyone is a content creator or you know, signing up for emails from people to like request game keys or whatever, as soon as that was done, the 6-1 inbox was filled with the game PR announcements, and then check out the Elden Ring trailer and all this stuff, and like, calm down, everybody.
Seriously, it's one of those weeks where walking in, like waking up this week, I was just like, or today, I was just like, how what are we gonna talk about? It's really slim pickings. And like, speaking of, like, someone's like, hey, are you gonna talk about Hiroki Totoki again this week? And because, you know, some of his words got misinterpreted. For example, when, you know, he said multiple platforms, it is highlighted that he means PC, mobile, and cloud, as we've talked about for the past 2 weeks. And a lot of that was like console war ammo. So I was like, I don't want to walk into this week talking about the same thing we talked about last week. That would not be fun for me. It wouldn't be fun for you.
Nope.
And so, like, luckily, so much dropped in 3 hours that I literally had to rewrite the entire show note.
I think the first tweet you said, it was like, we're going to talk about the future of PlayStation.
Yeah.
Guess what? Like, there's more stuff to talk about.
There's more stuff. Listen, the future could wait, right? The pessimism can wait. There's just so much good to talk about. And this week, again, we have so much to talk about. I mean, Shadow of the Erdtree. We got Miyazaki-san talking about Bloodborne Remake and how, you know, the non-committal answer that he had about, like, will we see it? I don't know. We really like it here too. You know, all that stuff and so much more. That said, before we get into all things PlayStation this week, a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, we got the Trophy Room store. We got merch in there, so go support the show. Get a nice mug, a sweater, because it's getting into the sweater weather. So what better way than picking up a, you know, house slinger shirt?
Is it?
Yeah.
You consider sweater weather going into almost spring?
Absolutely. Sweaters are perfect for the in between seasons. So like we're exiting winter. It's not yet the spring.
Okay.
And then summer entering into the fall where it's a little cooler. You put on a sweater.
Okay.
But it has to be a zip up. You can't just do the pockets, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and we got By the Players community game show. It's our game discussion this week, showcase, alongside all the community members. This week, the episode goes live. Final Fantasy VII Remake. We talk all about it. We had a blast. Next month is going to be The Last of Us Part 2 or Part 2 Remastered, whichever one you picked up. We're still discussing on a date that works, but if you're interested, please reach out to Drellish or Marcus O'Neill in the Discord server, and we'll hook you up. We're going to find the day that works best for everybody. So, yeah, I love doing these each and every month. They're literally my favorite show that we get to put on Patreon, and it's powered by you, the patrons, and our Discord members. That said, speaking of Patreon, it's the thing that makes this show possible. I'd like to thank, and well, actually, before I thank, all the amazing people over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. If we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, even if you're just hell diving right now, and you're just putting on the podcast to vibe a little bit, guess what? A buck our way sends the debtors at bay. It really does help us grow. It keeps the show going. It's the reason why we look so good, sound so great. It's because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest members, Steph Midler at the gold tier. I want to thank our premium producers, Todd Burowitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Jay Shea, Jedi Master Red, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Steven Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Bertos Maximos, Chris Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Chris the Wizard, Solo, Silcanet, Decimine, Jadis Von Metal. See, I used the voice again for you, Jadis. I would never forget you. Mitchell Gramlin and Randy Hale. I want to thank our gold members, Cypher Primus, Darth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hide Indoors, Katie got a new job. Congratulations. Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Angezor, Astronaut Jr., Winter Gamer, Robbie Bobby Miller, Brenton Zachary, Captain Logan, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold, Tino Six Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Spam and Bam, and Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Midler yet again, Samuel Nestling, and the Lord Commander Suddy. Thank you so much. It's what powers this show. It's the reason why you don't get, 2-minute weird ads at the beginning of your Spotify podcast. It's your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. And also the reason why you don't get those ads, those weird 2-minute ads where they talk French in the beginning of the Spotify podcast, because I don't know how to do that yet, but one day that could happen. Anyway, that's Kyle, have you noticed that with podcasts recently? Now that they've been able to monetize, they put ads right in the beginning of the show.
Joe, what if I tell you?
Yeah.
I don't listen to many podcasts.
That's fair. But the ones you do, like
they get sprinkled into the middle of the ones that I listen to. Okay. Like there's 2 or 3 back to back to back to back.
And I forgot to say, like, you watch them, you don't listen.
Yeah, I'm a YouTube podcast person.
I'm a Spotify person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so like now they're putting like 2-minute and 50-second like Angie List commercials in the beginning of the podcast. It throws me off. Sometimes I just want to get to the intro music because that's what's gonna get me vibing. Sure. And then all of a sudden I'm talking about 4 hymns, and I'm like, really? It's 3 minutes in. Where's the host?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know where that button is on the Spotify for podcasters, but nonetheless, Kyle, it's time to square up the news.
Everybody can relax, including Mr. Tim Dog over on the Twitter spheres.
They lost Tim Dog. Colbriel's about to quit. Some other Xbox guy that makes art for them, he's just devastated.
They're reeling.
Xbox is over, man. It's over. Let's just pour a cold one for, I don't know.
I'll take a sip of Celsius for them.
Yeah. Oh,
The reason why it's over for them is because Xbox announces multi-platform releases for Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. And this, of course, comes from Tom Ivan over at VGC. Following weeks of speculation, Microsoft delivered an Xbox business update last Thursday, which addressed claims that the company has been exploring the possibility of bringing its games to PlayStation and Switch. It confirmed plans to release 4 unnamed Xbox exclusives on other console platforms, which were believed to be Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. Pentiment from Obsidian Entertainment, a truly unique, critically acclaimed, and award-winning narrative adventure game with a striking visual style inspired by history itself, will be coming to PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch on February 22nd. Guess what? That's today if you're listening right now in your car. Hi-Fi Rush, the award-winning and beloved rhythm-based action game where the world syncs to the music from Tango Gameworks / Bethesda Softworks, will be coming to PlayStation 5 on March 19th at midnight. Is that Universal Time, UTC?
I think so.
With pre-purchase...
Stick to ET,
yeah,
guys. You know?
Or just say midnight. Figure it out. With pre-purchase available on PS5 digital storefronts on February 21st. Grounded, also from Obsidian Entertainment, a co-op survival adventure phenomenon that has welcomed 20 million players into the backyard, will be coming to PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch on April 16th. Crossplay will be supported across Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And last, Sea of Thieves, the shared world adventure game from Rare, will be coming to PlayStation 5 on April 30th, and will be available to wishlist on PS5 for PS5 players starting tomorrow, February 22nd. Having built a passionate community of more than 35 million players from around the world, the support of crossplay for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC will allow players to experience epic pirate adventures with friends on more platforms. And I also just quickly added that Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush are also getting physical releases through limited run.
Do we know if Sea of Thieves would have to be...
They already don't. Is there not already a physical Sea of Thieves copy already out there?
So okay, I didn't know like Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush they never had.
They were digital only. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know if Grounded ever had a physical one, but
right. Because like Sea of Thieves, legitimately, guys, I expressed this on socials. I want to express it here yet again. One of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. I love it so much. I have almost 600 hours in it. I love it. The only question I have is like, is there going to be some cross progression alongside crossplay? Sea of Thieves players like Logan in the chat, if you're in, let us know, because honest to goodness, that would be a lifesaver, because I've bought in quite a few things on the Xbox side.
Not to sound like I'm fueling any sort of hypothetical stupid war.
All right, go for it, Tim Dog.
Phil did say during the podcast last week that cross progression was very high on their list of things, and being able to carry over your saves wherever you play is important for them over at Xbox. So I'd be shocked if that wasn't a thing for this PS5 version for everyone coming over. I'd be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. But as one of their pillars, like they talked last week, I would like to take them for their word and hope that is a thing.
So let's work from the prologue of this story. Xbox comes out, they go, we have an official podcast. And I remember, last week we said, hey, listen, if this is as big as we think it's going to be, there may be a second podcast or maybe a video about it. And it turned out to be kind of like a weird nothing burger, but then at the same exact time, it's
business as usual.
Yeah, it's just them echoing the same marketing lines they've always been echoing, which is like, when everybody plays, we all win type of jargon. So, Kyle, you listened to that podcast. What was your biggest takeaway as a PlayStation fan who, let's be honest, you're not getting an Xbox anytime soon? What was your biggest takeaway from that?
I mean, I do want to get an Xbox for, Blade and
make me sick.
The other games that they showed off that I can't think of right now. And that's not a slide at all. I just literally cannot think of anything else other than Blade. Oh, Indiana Jones. There are many other games.
Starfield.
I don't know. I was never really super high on Starfield once I saw it in action.
PlayStation fan.
Yeah, whatever. Really quickly though, and this is just a question. I see Luke in chat. Where's that Contraband game?
Heck yeah, we'll probably see that.
I thought of that randomly, and it's been years since they talked or showed it off initially. I was just very curious about that. Anyways, my response to the podcast, right? Yeah. Is what you asked me?
Yep.
Again, yeah, business as usual. We kind of all knew that these were the 4 games. We kind of deduced it that way. I believe I texted you that immediately after I watched it. That makes sense for the criteria that they talked about, where games that have either reached their life cycle and have gotten as much out of it as they possibly can on their platform. So they want to bring it everywhere else. And the other 2 being like live service, ongoing games where the community is strong but needed more players, from what I read between the lines, to like continue the lifespan of those games.
Yeah. So for me, it's a little weird because it is like business as usual, but it's also part of this. All right. I'm going to get a little fanboyish here. When I was listening to that podcast, I'm like, this is why you guys are in third, guys. Like, your communication is awful for like the total opposite reasons as to why PlayStation's communication is awful. It's like, y'all actually talk too much. Y'all need to be quiet more. Like, this could have been an Xbox wired post. I get some of the intricacies,
which it was,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, but like you didn't need to make a 20-minute podcast. I don't understand why they waited this long too. Because if they were just like, hey, listen, it's just like it's kind of like the Quantum Break stuff. It's like, listen, it's these 4 games, we're testing things out, all that stuff. Just, I don't know, just like rip the Band-Aid off and just tell us. Like, to leave us in suspense for like a week and a half was just really strange, while letting all these rumors just build until we got to like Halo coming to PS5. So like, to me, there's just some frustration of them over communicating and not communicating when it's important.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, though, listening to the podcast, they see the future where I think PlayStation's starting to see the future too, where the growth when it comes to console games, it's just not there. We've echoed this for years on this podcast. They're getting to the point where Sony's realizing, when we have a good generation of console, of a console, it sells about 100 million. Okay, great. Where's the growth though? When you're seeing kids on their iPads, kids on their phones, kids playing on the goddamn cloud,
something that's easy to take with you,
right? And it's not an investment of like $500-$600. Then all of a sudden you have a new battle to fight and a new battleground to stake your claim in. So all of a sudden, if you're Phil and you're someone at PlayStation right now, since Jim Ryan left and he gave his little memoirs, but like, if you're Phil Spencer, you go, where do we go now? We know where there's growth. It's in these other sectors. Why can't we just bring our games everywhere and connect them via this ecosystem? It's the same thing that PlayStation's talking about right now, right? Like, everybody's misquoting Hiroki Totoki when he's like, we need to put our games on other platforms. He's talking about cloud. He's talking about PC. He's talking about mobile. Listen, I bet I was not the only one where we saw, a true RE game run on an iPhone where we're like, oh shit, that's probably the future of games, is plugging up your phone to a TV or just airdropping it onto a screen, and that's where we're playing our games. They're all seeing that. So they're saying, okay, listen, why can't we just go elsewhere to sell our wares? Because if we're not growing, and if you're PlayStation, the margin of success for you gets slimmer and slimmer as each year goes by. Why not take your games to other platforms so you can fuel those developers to keep making really great games? Phil sees that, where he talks about, everybody has been pulling up this tweet of like, the biggest games are on more than one platform. I think like the official Xbox tweet, that was like something from the official Xbox Twitter handle. And they're right. Take a look at Roblox. Take a look at Fortnite. Take a look at Minecraft. These games that have surpassed generations, they sell gangbusters alone. They are platforms in and of themselves. That's what the future of games look like. They're no longer absolutely bending to the knee for an Xbox or a PlayStation. Some games have become so big that they are beyond the console, and that scares the console makers. So of course they're going to go out there and try to find new customers to get them into the ecosystem. So for me, it's like this is a no-brainer for Xbox to do. This is also what we said last week's show, a no-brainer for PlayStation to do. They're not in any rush right now, but like just take a look at it. Like the math doesn't lie. MLB The Show, it's on Xbox. Because it's on Xbox Game Pass, Xbox players played it 6 times more on Xbox than on PlayStation.
Yeah, because they don't have a good baseball game. They don't have any baseball game.
None. They're lucky they get a hoop and a stick. So, I think people have to look at this a little bit more objectively and not through the console lens. It doesn't mean the consoles are going away. They're there. They're going to always be there. X Bacon in the chat was just like, just grow up and get a PC already. No, never. I'm a consumer that will never go to PC. So like a PlayStation game being on PC does not worry me in the slightest, because it's like, okay, whatever. I don't play there, so I don't care.
Because we know, and I feel like a lot of people need to understand this, because I feel like they don't think through their emotions. Mm-hmm. There will never be an ill world, and I will eat my shoe if this ever comes true.
Oh God, I hope it does.
Where there is a PlayStation game that comes to PC and not the PlayStation console.
Right.
I don't think that will ever happen. So me being console being my preferred place, I'm going to get to play everything that's going to be with the PlayStation brand on my console. So PC will never just be a thing for me, but there's so many other people where PC is their thing, and put so much money into building PCs, because PCs are expensive and they're ever changing. And so why not have all the games in one place where it's convenient for those that want to experience it? Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And one person's like, because when we talked about it on last week's show, some person came back on, they don't have a Nixus for every studio. Day and date's never going to happen. I'm like, just you wait, man. Like, just take a look at like some of the hiring for Naughty Dog, for Sucker Punch, for Santa Monica. They're hiring programmers that work with NVIDIA and PC architecture. So like the day of like day and date is not happening anytime soon, but it will happen eventually. And I think that's just a hill that some people that live and die on this console war stuff have to just eventually fall on the blade, going, it's gonna happen.
Also, I think games are made on PC too, so like actually honestly, making a game happens on PCs and just computers in general.
So like for me, it's just like I as someone who's not like tech literate, who like I'm never gonna buy a PC, there's gonna be that audience that just wants the simplicity of a console. So like none of the quote unquote scary future of like PlayStation's not going third party anytime soon. Even Xbox, they're still going to have their exclusives. But like there's going to be something that's going to change in terms of PlayStation, of how they look at their ecosystem. We've been going over on the trophy room for years now of like looking at blueprints, schematics, trademarks for things on the PC side. We even see it through the Insomniac leaks that they look at PC as a growth sector, and they look at mobile as a huge opportunity. So like they are eyeing it right now. Whether they choose to go down that path, that's one thing. But yeah, no, like we're gonna get into where consoles and the whole space of like how we talk about them is gonna change, and that's really exciting for us. That said, though, looking at all these 4 games, it is a test bed for Xbox to say, you know what? What if we what if we throw in another game out there, right? Like they're obviously testing the waters. So, Kyle, I want to know, first off, what out of these 4 games interests you the most? Is there anyone you're going to pick up? And also, what do you think is the next, since we're doing shoe analogies, shoe to drop here?
First and foremost, I can't wait to play Hi-Fi Rush. That is my pick out of these 4 as to the one that I'm super excited about. Pentiment is a weird one. It's up my alley.
Yeah, I feel like
it 1,000,000% is. But I just don't know when I will have time to play it.
Fair.
Which I think is game. Oh, you know what? You're not. But I'm also currently playing a very good Portal game, so I don't know. The other 2, like, I'm not a multiplayer person, so I'm not like super excited about them. Maybe Sea of Thieves, if there is, like, I don't know if there is. Is there a local co-op? Like, can I play with the girls on the same screen? That's a bummer. Yeah. So then I probably will stay away from those, just because I don't think I'll play them that much. But I'm excited they're here.
Fair. What do you think's the next game? You gotta think they got more cooking. And again, this is something like the Xbox community have to get used to. Just like the way they got used to their games going on PC. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the people flipping out in, like, what is that, 2017?
Yeah.
And now it's just like something normal. So,
that is an interesting question, because I don't know whether it's like a flagship Xbox title.
Talk about that, Sunset Overdrive.
I mean, but doesn't Insomniac own that IP now?
So they own the IP, same with PlayStation.
But the OG one is still tied with Microsoft.
Yeah, there's a weird, like, distribution thing that Microsoft still has. It's very weird. It's like, yeah, you own it. And you can use some of it.
I mean, then in that case, that just makes too much sense.
Yeah, right? Do it.
I would say that, but I also could totally see them next year, a year after it comes out, revisiting the indie talk.
Okay.
Just revisiting it. I know Phil said that it wasn't one of those, but maybe it's just because he was talking about the 4 titles.
Well, and also, like, the way he said it, it's like it's not one of the 4.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not one of the 4 that we're talking about here.
Like,
but I don't know.
Like, real talk, Blade. Yeah, that's coming to PlayStation. Like, indie. Yeah, that's like, those games are eventually going to come there. I remember when, back in December, where I was just like, why doesn't it have Game Pass? Why does it have the Xbox logo? Like, if I was me, I'd be plastering that shit everywhere. And now we kind of know the reasoning. They just don't know what platform it's going to be on first.
That's right. And didn't we talk about it some point last year where before he retired, Pete Hines was like kind of upset with not being able to ship to PlayStation?
Yeah. So this was back in the Xbox, acquiring Activision Blizzard.
Before it was like official.
Where it was like an email chain.
Yeah.
You can interpret it of him being like, so why does Activision stay multi-platform, but we are exclusive?
Yep. That's what it was.
Because the misconception is that these devs actually care about a console war and they care about the box being sold. They care about the game being seen by the most people, the most eyes. Mm-hmm. They don't care as long as their creativity isn't hindered.
Yeah. Cinderloo in chat real quick shouts out State of Decay.
Ooh.
That would be kind of fun.
Best memory is State of Decay. What's the difference nowadays? Was loading into a game, and I'll never forget this. One of the best gaming moments. I loaded in, and as soon as I loaded in, Sean Capri shot someone in the head, like a teammate. I'm like, what, did I just walk in on an execution? That would be really cool.
That's really funny. My only State of Decay memory is a friend of the show and friend of ours, Blessing Adeoye Jr. is in State of Decay too.
Is he really?
He's one of the zombies. They scanned him into the game.
That's cool. That's fun. I feel like, starting with more of the smaller games, so like an Ori would be nice as well. Like,
Especially because that is already on Switch.
Right.
PlayStation is the last one.
So maybe work on,
work
it out between your community so that it's kind of like the the frog in the boiling water type of situation.
Never heard that analogy.
Where you dip a frog in boiling water, he'll jump out. But if you put him in water and you slowly, put up the temperature, it doesn't realize and you cook him.
Never heard that in my life.
Yeah, I think
Joe out here boiling frogs.
It's a bad bit family tradition.
We just learned what Joe does during the summertime when he's not podcasting or working. He's outside searching for frogs to start boiling up for his sick experiments.
Sexual needs, yeah.
Whoa, oh boy.
Oh, but yeah, like I would start with the smaller stuff, then work our way to the bigger stuff.
That's fair.
Though, like, still the rumor of Gears of War being floated around.
Be wild.
Let it happen. Okay. Enough of this he said, she said. Regis Prime writes in, hello, boys. Just a flyby question. With Sea of Thieves officially announced for PS5, how much longer before there's a full-blown war on the seas? PlayStation v Xbox. Winner controls the 4 seas. About 10 minutes is my guess.
I'd say it already is starting. It's being planned right now.
No, it's gonna last. First off, it's gonna start the moment, like, Sea of Thieves fans, they're hungry for new blood, man. So like as soon as they see PlayStation's, what is it, April 30th, Sea of Thieves is gonna blow up because there's new people to grief. That said, though,
can you imagine the chat the between pirate crews?
Oh yeah, they're like, white sails, let's go for them. Like that's what it's gonna be, because they're new. Yeah. So a little thing about Sea of Thieves, from what I've known, a white sail ship means you're either really good and you're a Smurf account, or you're brand new. Let's go take advantage of them. Let's see what they got. Let's steal their riches. I would say it lasts about 5 minutes until the PC players get into it. Then there will be a gentleman's agreement, a shaking of the hands. It's going to be like the Gimli and Legolas meme of like, what if I'm dying next to a friend? That'll do. And it's like the Sea of PC players.
Fair,
that's what it's going to be like. Because PC players of Sea of Thieves, disgusting. Like, they're legitimately gross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're incredible. It's nuts. Like some of the things.
Gross in a good way.
Yeah, in a bad way. They make me sick because it's a mouse and a keyboard.
Oh, okay.
And they're able to like do weird turns because of the damn mouse. It's cheating. It's a PC's for cheaters.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Elephant writes in, first time writer, and also you can write in too, via the Discord, the Trophy Room Discord, link down below. Join the amazing community. I ask for Helldivers members literally every night at 10 p.m. I'm like, let's go, let's liberate for democracy, and all that stuff. Join us, and then each and every Wednesday you get to write your question in on the show. Anyway, they write. So, question for this week for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a premature yeehaw. All right. Or is it the Achievement Hall?
Oh, I don't know.
At this point, total hypothetical here, but now that Xbox is releasing titles on multi-platforms, if they were ever to do a limited edition hardware, albeit the DualSense or the fins, what is that? I don't know.
The flaps. Let the flaps fly.
Flips. Yeah, let's get weird with the flaps. It's the console covers. What would you like them to do personally? For me, it's got to be the Master Chief controller, and for the console plates, maybe a cheeky Pulse headset to go with would be the absolute. Oh, come on, we're having a good time here. Banger. Thanks for all the great work you guys are doing and add a lot to the conversation. And I have to have a slang of a good time. Ooh, listening each and every week. Cheerio, chums from across the pond. And at that,
thanks for writing in.
Thank you. All right, so we get to make our custom PlayStation, Xbox themed.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting? What do you want? You want a Halo one? I would argue the purple one is Covenant looking enough.
Ooh, fair.
You know.
Mm.
Maybe when you turn it on. That's the elite noise. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were having a stroke. Notice my rush to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, no, it was nothing.
Man, what do I want?
What do you want? Tell Papa.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of what DualSense would be cool.
I love the Xbox like limited edition controllers where you press the button and it makes like the noise of whatever game. It's like, for example, like you turn on the Star Wars edition Xbox 360 and it was R2D2 noises.
Ooh.
Gears of War's chainsaw. If I'm making a Halo PlayStation 5, when I turn it on, I want it to be a little grunt going like I want that.
All right, this is a little cheating. Okay. It's not a singular IP or franchise or technically it's none of those.
Okay.
Just open up the design lab to DualSense.
That's all we need.
Let's just, create our own thing and customize it to whatever we want. I'm so jealous that is the thing that I don't understand PlayStation hasn't stolen yet.
I know. Well,
why?
Because I feel like they don't need to.
Dude, really?
Every time they got a new color, they always seem to sell out.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's doing great, but Xbox also sells out from their already
That's true.
Pre-planned colors, whatever. There's got
to be something production wise why it's not as easier said than done type of thing.
I would love to have like different colored shoulder buttons.
Right.
Instead of just black. Like I would love to really just customize it all out. I think it would look sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm bummed.
Also, I think I'm getting old enough where like limited edition consoles aren't doing it for me anymore.
Fair.
It's like, why do I want my? And as I say that, like when Wolverine comes out, I'm gonna be an idiot. Go buy the panels,
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'll do for a nice like controller, but like when it comes to like a console, I want it to kind of fit next to the TV.
Yeah. I
don't know. I'm an idiot, and I'm also bad with money. But like, honestly, like the Edge controller, I would love it to have like make chainsaw noises when I'm chainsawing someone. It's really about like the haptics and like the adaptive triggers that I like really want from some of these Xbox games. It's not even like the look. All right, Kyle, that's it. Xbox is dead. Long live PlayStation. The war's over. We won. Don't worry, Xbox guys. I will buy your games for you so that your company may live another day because I am the hero, not Phil. I am. Okay? Not Lion Ryan or Fibbin' Phil. Mr. Badman. All right, Kyle, that was all my little console war shenanigans. It's time to get into what I'm truly excited about. Take it away.
Really quickly for the YouTube chat, I'm just now realizing how delayed we are. That's a YouTube thing. I don't understand.
Oh, fair enough.
The chat and from where we are in the conversation seems to be behind a little bit, which is a bit of a bummer. So apologies, YouTube chat. Podcasters, podcast listeners, it doesn't matter to you. It's fine.
Life's a puppy.
Is that another frog boiling analogy?
No, that's a Comedy Bang Bang reference.
Oh, okay. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree's first trailer and release date are here. This comes from Michael McWhorter over at Polygon. It's time to return to the lens between. Elden Ring developer released the first trailer for the open world role-playing games expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree, on Wednesday, and finally revealed the release date. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree will be released June 21st. Players will track Miquella through the land of Shadow in the expansion and come face to face with a formidable new foe, Mesmer the Impaler, a powerful boss who appears to have a strong connection to Miquella and Millennia.
Ooh, there's gonna be 10 bosses. Yeah. There's gonna be the land is as big as Limgrave.
Yep.
The surface side of it.
A bunch of new types of weapons and new skills.
You got a crossbow that's like pretty much a magic assault rifle.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
there's a Liu Kang kick happening in this trailer.
You're turning into a porcupine that's shooting mortars.
Shout out to Timur Hussein over at GameSpot. Did a side-by-side. That kick is from Sekiro.
Oh, really?
It's from an enemy, I think, in Sekiro. It's just straight up kind of the same thing.
They're the ninja dudes that annoy the shit out of me. Lazy developers, let me tell you something. They're reusing assets.
There's a lot of Bloodborne in this trailer, too. Like,
oh, man. Gee. Totally unoriginal. I want my
taken from RKG. Lazy Michael Zaki. It's a lazy Michael.
God, that's great. That's great. Shout out to RKG.
Wow, they're so good.
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah.
I want to know where you were when you saw this news drop. How are you feeling as someone who loves Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Kind of a new FromSoftware boy.
Yeah, new Souls boy in general.
Yeah, how are you feeling about it?
Oh my god. I dropped multiple F-bombs watching the trailer out of pure excitement. I'm so excited, Joe, that I've contemplated reinstalling Elden Ring like today.
Yeah.
Knowing that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is next week, I was like, man, you know what? What's one more run through the lands between? You know, like let's just go.
80 hours.
You know, it's fine. I got nothing else to do.
Real talk, you could boot up the PS4 version, earn that trophy again.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Right?
You're not wrong. Yeah, this trailer's awesome. When I saw the tweet, my initial thought was, okay. What's the league we're in with the XCP and Nerd Chat folks? They're screwed because we have it. Done, it's really done. It's over. Yeah, I'm just super excited to play it. I feel bad for the other Souls-like game that comes out of the same. It's an indie Souls game that comes out the same day.
Well, not anymore. They're gonna.
I don't know. Yeah, it's cool that it's $40. Yeah. I don't know. They haven't really talked too much about, like, are we carrying our character over? Are we keeping our stats, like, or a brand new, fresh run? Yeah. I'm not familiar with other DLCs. I know how Bloodborne does it with the old Hunter stuff.
Yeah, it's much tricky. Depends. It's tricky. You might need to make a new character. You might not. That's something I'd like some clarification on for sure.
But they're like the way you enter it is pretty late in the game.
Yeah.
Unless they make it like its own separate, like you can just spawn there and start.
So if there's a way of like, hey, here's your old save right before you got Elden Lord, or not, who knows what happens?
Yeah.
You take Ronnie to prom. Maybe you do this DLC on top of it because there is a connection between two of the main characters of this game, so it would make sense that maybe I don't know. That's a really good question. They could take this any which way they want,
and just the fact that I think it was in an IGN interview. I don't think you have this here. He talked about how the 10 bosses that are in here, he took inspiration from Millennia.
God bless, because it's the best boss fight ever made.
I'm going to be yelling and screaming. I will probably break a DualSense or two.
100%.
Millennia, that one hurt. So if most of the bosses are in that same ilk, ballpark, I'm in trouble.
And the thing that you don't know as like a new FromSoftware boy, is that oftentimes the DLC, well, you know this because of the old hunters.
Yeah.
The DLC is even better than the base.
Oh, yeah.
So like their pedigree of build. And the cool thing here is like this DLC, they know what they got here. They're making a collector's edition of the DLC.
Yeah. And I was surprised there was a lot like there was like voice lines. I got more of the story in this trailer than I think I did for the original Elden Ring trailer, which is kind of cool.
Now, Kyle, the collector's edition you can only get from Bandai Namco. So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
though FromSoftware bought the rights to Elden Ring,
Mm-hmm.
still working with them at least for the rest of this DLC. And they also have a collector's edition helmet.
I saw
like they
that
did with Millennia. Yeah. Kyle, I can confirm I did buy both.
The helmet too?
Now, here's my question to you, sir. Do I keep the helmet because it kind of looks a little dumb? Or do I drop the helmet, or do I keep the helmet because who knows, that boss fight could be really cool, and then I look at that helmet differently?
I don't know how to answer that question.
That's right, because I like the statue's cool.
I would like to see it in person.
Fair.
I don't think I'm the huge fan of how red it is.
Okay.
And the only other color is like a monochrome kind of I don't know if I love that look so much.
Okay.
It looks cool in the game. I just don't know. Right. How detailed is the Millennia one? Is it a good statue?
Oh, it's a great statue. I got it right behind me. You want to take a look? You want to take a game?
Sure. Yeah, but if for those that have it, if that's like a high quality statue and we're not in Nathan Drake Uncharted 4 territory,
no,
then
it's good. It's a good statue. It's not like the best thing ever.
Sure.
But it's solid. Even the Sekiro is still their best one, the cheapest one too. I think it was $90.
Damn. Okay.
But Millennia, I was pissed off because I couldn't get the helmet. But this one is still good.
Yeah, I say you should definitely keep the statue one.
Right, but maybe drop the helmet.
Maybe.
I bring a woman into this bedroom. They're like, "Why do you have?"
Did they have the Millennia helmet from the?
But it's sold out.
Okay, hold on. Well, how much is that Millennia helmet now? Is it super expensive now?
I don't know what the exchange rate is, but probably $1 million. Yeah, that's that helmet that will be mine one day, and I just know I'll pay a astronomical figure for it. But
I see it for over $200.
Really, only 200?
They might be replicas, but it's hard to find an actual official
Send me a
one.
link after the show.
Oh,
I'm interested.
Okay.
The helmet's so fucking cool. I just can't even. All right, Kyle. Here's the thing. Elden Ring. I think about it almost on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier that morning, I was like, man, I woke up literally going, man, isn't Elden Ring just the greatest game ever made? It is. And that just gave me the energy to live. I don't know how else to describe it. I had a really tough day at work, and in between it, what got me through was seeing in 16 hours this trailer was going to drop, and then the Nintendo Direct happened. I was like, okay, when do I get Elden Ring? And oh my God, the best 3 minutes of my life. Let me tell you, amazing. It's not even better than Prom Night. That's how good it was.
Whoa,
you know?
whoa.
Yeah. Even Luke Mom agree.
Heyo.
But yeah, no, it's incredible trailer. I just can't wait. It's okay, more Elden Ring, and I'm just gonna dive on in.
Do you have a favorite enemy that you saw, or an area? Because I have a couple areas that really excited me.
The big giant lion boss that kind of reminded me of the third to last boss. The big giant lion.
Malekith?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was cool.
That boss.
Did you notice it looked like we're getting bear versions of the dragon art or something?
Yes.
It looked like his arm turned into a giant bear hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh, interesting.
So I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder how the lore is going to explain some of that. For
sure. Yeah. I personally was very taken to the area with all the really gloomy branches over this house. I love the look of that. I love the staircase with the jars hanging. Mm-hmm. It's they're clearly, that's where they're making living jars.
Yep. I'm
very excited about that. And shout out to that fire basket giant dude.
Yeah, and I'm in the beginning, I'm this is the dumbest enemy. Oh my God, it's got a yellow face.
Yeah.
It's all right, you were cooking on this one from. Yeah. That said, DLC looks great. Can't wait to buy it.
Yeah, it's great.
But Kyle, I would like you to read the update here.
Sure, yeah. I texted you this as soon as I found it.
Yeah.
Update from Eurogamer's Ed Nightingale. FromSoftware's boss Hidetaka. Hold on. FromSoft boss Hidetaka. How do you say his first name? Why can't I say it?
Now you're gonna put me on the spot. Hidetaka Miyazaki.
There you go. I can't do it. Miyazaki has discussed the possibility of a Bloodborne remake and the benefits of waiting for new hardware on which to revisit the beloved PlayStation 4 classic. Quote, "It is a title we hold very dear and just as much as our fans," Miyazaki told Eurogamer when questioned about the possibility of a Bloodborne remake in an interview timed alongside today's proper unveiling of the Elden Ring DLC. "It does make me very happy to see that there are still so many people passionate about it," end quote. But would a remake benefit from newer hardware to make the release worthwhile? FromSoftware's Demon's Souls, for example, was remade as a PS5 launch title after originally launching on PS3, a double console generation leap that meant the re-release felt more significant. Quote, "I think having new hardware is definitely a part of what gives these remakes value," Miyazaki said. "Things you weren't able to achieve on previous generations of hardware, ways you weren't able to render specific expressions, new hardware sometimes makes it possible." Miyazaki apologized for being unable to say anything more specific about remaking the PS4 exclusive, but said he was quote-unquote thrilled at the game's continued response. Quote, "Put simply, it makes me very happy to see it's a title with a lot of specific memories, both for me and the staff who worked on it," he said. "And when we see those passionate voices in the community, of course it makes us feel thrilled. It makes us feel very fortunate to have that and to have those memories," end quote.
Very interesting. I'm going to call this a philism. When you say something without saying it, when you take a non-committal stance and talk about how great things are. Kyle, I've learned a thing or two from working in PR.
Sure.
I bet you have too.
Yeah.
That is a non-answer. Why not just say we're not working on it? He talked about years prior going, we would love to work on Bloodborne, but that's up to Sony. This is a way different response to that. Would you not think?
This sounds like exactly how Phil answered when he was asked, "What are the 4 games?" And he was like, "It's not my place. They have plans. They're going to tell them." To me, this reads that he knows about it. It's not FromSoftware, but it's Bluepoint. This is what this reads to me, how he can't talk about it because it's not his thing to talk about. Another team is putting in that work, like a Bluepoint.
Yeah, some people would say like, "Oh yeah, Bluepoint, they're working on a new IP," and that's true. But I would definitely, all right, hear me out here, Kyle. All right, let's get into the weeds. I know nothing. No one tells me anything. I just work off hunches, and I'm a great guesser. That's all I am in this world. Okay. I'm good at reading the room and seeing what's.
Joe's good at reading the room, going on excellent TED Talks,
yep,
boiling frogs.
Exactly.
Those are the 3 things.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, this is him saying something's cooking. Now, that said, here's how I tie it into the title of the show. Analysts have said, we've heard it time and time again, a PlayStation 5 Pro is coming out at the end of this year. The weird thing is that there is nothing to tout this new hardware with. Like, theoretically, we got Concord, but nothing else. I mean, Hiroki Totoki has said, like, there's no sequels. Don't expect any sequels. Do you think... He didn't say no remakes. He didn't say no remasters. Do you think, Kyle, because my day in the sun will come. I know it will be here. Do you think it's a PlayStation 5 Pro version of Bloodborne that I will get? Or do you think that this is a PlayStation 6 launch title, and when I see it on that future PlayStation showcase, that my soul will leap from my body?
I'm thinking more and more that this is a PS5 Pro thing.
Yeah? Tell me why.
Because the 10-year anniversary is next March.
Ooh,
We are so close. It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 good years.
I believe so, because that was the whole point of me picking up a Bloodborne remaster in Fantasy Critic.
Yeah.
Is if it doesn't come out this year, that's fine, but I want to see a trailer just to see your heart sink just for a little tiny little minuscule second.
You don't understand. I get it. Like, you know, we've been friends for so long. You think you know me. I'm a bit of a mystery because honestly, Fantasy Critic, I'd be like, good get, whatever. I don't care. I'll dress up as a mummy. I don't know what the bet is. Like, I get what I've always wanted. Like,
yeah, March 24th, 2015.
And the birth of my first child. It's like a close neck
yeah.
to neck.
Next March would be a full 10 years since release. So I can totally, if we are getting a PS5 Pro this fall, I could totally imagine a new Bloodborne remaster or something that touts 60 frames, 4K, seamless, HDR, everything is possible without the need for a performance and quality mode.
Right.
It being like the thing
AI sampling that they're teasing.
The one thing that everyone has been screaming from the rooftops is Bloodborne at 60 frames, or just an updated version of Bloodborne. And what better way to showcase a brand new pro hardware than the game that is one of the most requested remasters out there.
I mean, just think about it. All they got to do is show, because the place where it chugged the most is Old Yarnum. You go over that first bridge, and you don't even see a flicker.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know? I think it's happening.
Let me see the cleric beasts and all the tendrils move so smoothly and without any framiness.
Some nerd up there telling us all about those tendrils and going, "Yep, I'm writing this down. I'm
yeah,
gonna relay it on the pod."
Exactly.
Yep. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. I think I'm feeling it. I just don't. My only concern goes back to I leave for Italy on May 29th, and I come back on the 3rd. There is a very good possibility I missed the PlayStation Showcase. And everybody, I just want you all to know, as much as I would love to share my reaction to y'all, if we see it, because God, I hope and I pray. Don't worry, text me. And make sure I'm alive. Tweet at me at Mr. Badbit. Make sure I did not have a heart attack, because that would be a thing that takes me, just like how they took my grandpa. You know, it's it's the pure shock of it. Oh, amazing. All right, Kyle, it's time for the next topic of discussion, my friend.
Yeah, just another kind of big news on a Wednesday in February. I'm sorry. There was a question that went along with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nasty Boots writes in again, just like you can't do over at the Trophy Room Discord server. Do you think this comment's for the Bloodborne remake, the Hunter's Essence trophy, won't glitch so that I could finally have the platinum? Just do it right, and I think it'll pop.
What is the trophy?
I don't know. I'll look it up after.
All regular weapons and firearms.
Oh, I know where you're missing.
Yeah, you're probably just missing one.
Yeah, talk to me about it. I'll tell you. I'll tell you where you were led astray.
I mean, I got it in like 40-something hours, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's a lot of weapons in that game.
Yeah,
it's not just like the base 4. It's like you got to get the pinwheel one, which is the whirly twirly.
Yeah,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the samurai sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's so.
Isn't there like a cannon gun?
Yeah, the cannon one. That's the gimmick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This comes from the PlayStation blog.
Ooh.
New modes, Hellfire Gala suits, and accessibility features, plus suits created in collaboration with Gameheads, are coming to Spider-Man 2. We cannot explain to you how grateful we have been for everyone who has picked up Marvel Spider-Man 2 over the holiday season. Everyone here at Insomniac Games is proud of the game, and we're very excited to share details with you about the major title update that will hit your PS5 console on March 7th. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 version 1.002 will bring New Game Plus to the game. We know many of you have been eager to replay the game on a harder difficulty with all your suits and abilities carrying over. Or perhaps you want to just replay a favorite mission or two. You can do that too, and there's more to unlock with ultimate levels, golden gadget styles, and more. Speaking of styles, we've added suit styles for several Peter's symbiote story suits in the game, allowing you to further customize your look if you play and unlock them via New Game Plus Ultimate levels. And yes, you'll be able to set which color your symbiote abilities are as well. But we couldn't just stop at new styles. We know how much you all love when we add suits with no additional cost to the game. You're in luck. We brought Marvel's Hellfire Gala suits to the game for both Peter and Miles. Peter sports the design created by Russell Dauterman, and Miles gets his iconic look from Bernard Chang's gorgeous Hellfire Gala variant cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man number 8. And you'll want to show those looks off as much as possible with our updates to photo mode, including action figure mode and stickers. You'll also be able to change the time of day once you complete the story, allowing you to get all those cool photo mode shots with just the right lighting. Make sure you share them with us on social by using the hashtag InSomGamesCommunity hashtag. This update also contains some major updates for accessibility. We've added audio descriptions and screen reader to the game. We know that these features were highly anticipated, and we're thankful to the community for giving us a little extra time to ensure they were polished and ready to be released. We also have additional features like cinematic captions and high contrast outlines, among several new features added to this update. We're also excited to announce 2 new suits from Marvel Spider-Man 2 that Insomniac Games, Marvel Games, and Gameheads have partnered to create. Early access to the Fly and Fresh suits will be available for $4.99. Starting on March 7th, 2024, and continuing through April 5th, 2024, PlayStation will donate $4.99, 100% of the purchase price of each Fly and Fresh suit pack in the United States to Gameheads, up to $1 million. We appreciate your help in supporting Gamehead's mission of empowering low-income youth and youth of color to thrive in the video games industry. Don't worry, we don't plan to start charging for suits in Marvel Spider-Man 2. The Fly and Fresh suit pack will be available for no additional cost to all players at a later date.
Man, Insomniac's cool, man.
They're so cool.
they're fantastic. I love this studio.
I'm definitely, whether I use those suits or not, I'm definitely buying those suits.
Exactly. It goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
I love that. They had a terrific video as well about like making this industry a better place, and it starts with like helping organizations that help people to give them the tools they need to create.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, same here. Like I don't think I'm gonna use these suits at all, but
they're cool looking.
Yeah, they are. They're very
nice. Awesome. I like Peter wearing the headphones while he's swinging around. That's awesome.
Yeah, both the new suits look pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So that said, finally, New Game Plus. Is this enough to bring it back? Try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's even mission select, which is awesome.
Which is very cool. I'm in a weird spot when I think of my time with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Not that I think it's a bad game or we spoke too highly of it, because I still think it hits everything we talked about. Exactly. Yeah. It's just that I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 took over all memories of any video game I played in the last 8 months. And so I don't remember all of it. Yeah. There's certain moments, right? Like the final boss scene and the way that setting looked. I love that. I love the really cool side missions in Spider-Man 2. But I've been eager to like replay it just because I had such a good time. And I'm also super excited of kind of changing the symbiote to whatever color and then having the abilities actually match.
Yeah.
Like if I can rock a Mets symbiote color, damn straight I am. Like
absolutely.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
This is cool.
This is really cool. I'm definitely going to jump back in because the only problem with Spider-Man 2 is that I beat it and then I played Alan Wake and then Baldur's Gate. It's just like,
same.
Man, there's so much fun to be had with this game. I can't wait to play it again. New Game Plus and whatever updates they got for this game as well. Like I'm all in on. So yeah, Spider-Man, what a game.
Also, the mission select will also kind of fixes that one trophy with the zip line takedowns.
Oh, yep.
So if you were hung up on that when you first playing the game, Now the ability to kind of go back to missions where there's a lot of enemies and with the zip line, you can get that plat. Because I know that's an issue for a lot of people.
There's definitely three parts in particular I want to get to, and or re-experience whatever. God, yeah, I need to play this game again. All right, Kyle. That said, it's time for some flashers. Gotta go fast. Oh my God, there's so much to talk about, so little time. Here's everything PlayStation related at the Nintendo Partner Direct. All right, ready for this, guys? Gang?
Mm-hmm.
Grounded, Pentiment, you knew that. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection.
Never heard of it.
March 14th. Ace Insane writes, question for Joe. Fair. Hype level for Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. I put hundreds of hours into those games back on PS2, so this release has me insanely hyped. I think we talked about this a few years back of like, man, I'd really love them to go back into this game and like re-release it, but because EA now has it, I doubt they'd want to fiddle with it.
Well,
oh my God,
you know who's putting this out, right?
Aspire.
Yeah. Where's that Knights remake? Where's that at?
Fair. But let me tell you what this includes.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
All right, we got a bonus map, Jabba's Palace. We got for Star Wars Battlefront 2. It includes bonus maps Bespin, aka Cloud City, Renvar Harbor, Renvar Citadel, and Yavin 4 Arena. Ooh-wee. It includes bonus, holy shit, I didn't even know this, Asajj Ventress. Bro, sign me up. And my boy Kit Fisto, shout out to you. You died super late. You didn't even get a swing in, dude. They gave him 10 minutes of looking badass underwater in a Clone Wars cartoon, only to have him die mid-swing.
Oh, no.
Old man. All right. And for the Battlefront 2 campaign, join the Rise of Darth Vader's Elite 501st Legion of Stormtroopers. Salute to the 501st. Massive locations for a 64-player online support. I pray it's crossplay, but you doubt it. I would love. This is a game I play with the boys, but I'm gonna buy it both on Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah,
so I could do that. Anyway,
you'll probably buy it on Switch too. Let's be real.
I'm so dumb with money nowadays. Yeah. Hero Assault is also playable on all ground maps, including the Death Star, Kashyyyk, Kamino, and Naboo for the first time ever. Fight with heroes Mace Windu, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, and many others. My hype for this. You know how I was excited.
What about Broom Kid? Can we play as Broom Kid?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. I'm so excited for this. Like, Rise of Ronin's great.
Yep.
I bet Dragon's Dogma 2 is probably a Game of the Year contender. That's great too.
Yeah.
But this has me.
Yeah.
I'm all in, man. Oh my God, through the roof. I've put so many hours into this on PS2. Through the roof. Okay, the next one, Kyle.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Monster Hunter Stories comes out summer 2024. Gundam Breaker 4 this year. Now I see a lot of Xbox fans going, these are only coming to PlayStation. Phil, what are you doing here? I would just say, relax. I don't think anybody's really pining for Gundam Breaker 4. Just settle down. Unicorn Overlord demo out now. For realsies, it comes out on March 8th. This looks incredible. This one, congratulations, you got it on the Fantasy League.
That's why I've been it's fine. It's whatever. It's okay.
This, me. I'm not even like a big turn-based guy. This might do it. I'm not kidding you. I might just pull.
I want to make sure I get this correctly.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to misspeak on the wrong studio. Yeah.
This is
Vanillaware. Vanillaware does not miss artistically. Their games are just drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the look of this. Whether I'm going to play it, probably not, but I love the way it looks.
This is a Portal game.
Sure, yeah.
So this is hands down, I'll be playing the crap out of that. Penny's Big Breakaway out now. This is by the Sonic Mania team.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's Mania. Relax. Shin Megami Tensei 5. Oh God, I nailed it. Vengeance out June 21st. That's getting moved. Elden Ring, baby.
Are you sure? I don't know. Nothing big's happening that day.
You're right. Who am I? Epic Mickey Rebrushed coming out later this year.
Looks pretty good.
Looks really good.
Have you played any of the Epic Mickeys?
I've only heard really good things about them, so I am tempted to try it out.
Yeah.
Because I've only heard this is actually a stellar platform.
I dabbled in this first one, but I remember nothing of it, so I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, excited. And a plat is involved as well. It's amazing. Okay, Arranger, a role puzzling adventure this summer.
Hell yeah, dude!
This is my game of the show.
This looks so cool.
Holy crap! So it's by the artist that did the work of behind Braid.
Mm-hmm.
And this team is making a puzzle game where the character is moving around the world, but it's like you're moving the world around the character.
Yeah, it's like they're on a stationary treadmill. That like the floor moves in the direction you go, and so does everything that's on that vertical or horizontal line.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to figure out how to maneuver the world and how to get where you're going. I loved it. I love it. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I love a unique take on a game, and this is very unique.
Mm-hmm. I would love to get the developers on this show because I always want, when I see a really interesting looking game, I'm just like, where were you? Were you in a coffee shop? Were you like at work and you're just like, here's a really brilliant idea. Where were you when the light bulb just flickered? You know, you're like, oh wait, there's something here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Last but not leastly, Another Crab's Treasure is an upcoming underwater action game that has been inspired by the Dark Souls games. It has just received an official release date. The colorful Souls-like will launch on April 25th.
Not just an official release date.
Yeah.
The announcement that is coming to PlayStation.
Oh,
before today, it has only been an Xbox, PC, Switch game.
Nice.
So it finally coming day and date as everyone else is awesome. I'm so excited for this. I know you poo-pooed my pick on this one. But after watching Mike play the demo, it looks super unique. It looks mechanically sound like a Souls game should. Okay. I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, good luck, you know?
Okay.
Lies of P. I'm just saying, best non-FromSoftware.
Yeah.
Souls-like.
I agree.
82 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
And you think I should be afraid of this game on our Fantasy Critically?
Absolutely. Everyone loves crabs.
I hate crab. I'm allergic.
I mean, okay.
I'm not, but I just don't.
Oh, spouting lies over here. You don't really boil frogs, do you?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. What I do in my private times solely up to me. I thought the direct was fine.
Yeah, it was. There was a section where it was going on all cylinders. It was speaking directly to me. I think it was around Another Crab's Treasure. I think the way it started was a little bit slow. Not a whole lot from me. Then we got the really cool announcement of the Rare games coming to Nintendo Switch Online, which for a brief second I thought was a Rare replay. Yep. I was like, oh, that's another one that's coming over. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then they ended.
I didn't think that for a second.
I saw the like the Rare game shots. I'm like, oh, maybe. But
well, that's just because I know from endless Xbox podcasts that tells me the reason why the Rare replay works is because of the backwards compatibility of the Xbox.
Oh, okay, fair. I don't know that. But then I think it ended not the greatest in their final announcement.
Yeah,
which isn't for me, but
it is what I can't.
Endless Ocean something. It's like a scuba diving adventure game.
Scuba Steve. All right, fair enough.
Well,
I knew Xbox or Nintendo fans were gonna hate this.
Yeah,
because I was just like, you want your Switch 2 announcement. You want your Metroid. I understand. Those things are coming. Just
relax.
Just relax. It's going to be next month. We're all going to be all
Give it time.
Give it time, man. All right. You know what? Also, we gave a lot of time, and now maybe we're sick and tired of it. I don't know.
Not me.
The little devil inside finally resurfaces with a new trailer Kickstarter update. This comes from Sammy Barker over at Push Square. Almost 4 years ago, after the PS5 reveal at Sony's own future gaming event, Little Devil Inside has resurfaced with an important update and a new trailer that represents what the developer NeoStream has been working on in Unreal Engine 5. Addressing Kickstarter backers, it's explained in a poetic fashion that the studio grew in order to create Little Devil Inside, but now is back to a smaller bonded team in the search for a publisher. Those still at NeoStream have common purpose, quote, just to make a great game. The update continues. All our core founding and starting members are still here with the duty and conscience to fulfill what we set out to do. We know this doesn't and shouldn't justify all the delays and the lack of news, but we're still here and we've always will be. It believes that it's now in a much stronger position to deliver Little Devil Inside. The team explains that now it's in open talks with publishers, which means it'll soon, quote, be able to answer what everybody wants to know. Presumably, the team is referring to a release date. Strubles and Bits writes in, hello to the two most handsome PlayStation podcast co-hosts. It's me. It's Kyle. All right. Side of the Erdtree. Hooey, look at that. Sorry I've been so quiet as of late. No worries. Life has certainly kept me busy, doesn't it all? But no, I've been rooting for you boys every week as you continue to drop slanger episode after slanger.
How dare you?
Yes. With all gaming news dropping today, how wild is it that they release a Little Devil Inside trailer today? It lives! Thank you for all your hard work you do each and every week. It does not get unnoticed. And also, have a great show. P.S. Kyle, I'm insanely excited about the 6-1 showcase next month.
Hell yeah.
And Black Wyver also writes, hope you, both are doing great. Both are doing well. Are you excited about Little Devil Inside? What do you think, or do you think it'll release this year? Kyle?
Also, just really quickly, because you skipped the what they ended it on. I just love how they ended their Kickstarter thing. They said, quote, thank you all for everything. We've not forgotten, never will. Which to me, and I've seen a lot of people throw this comparison around, where the like Little Devil Inside is just abandoned. It's not a real game. To me, like, this team actually cares. They've been through the ringer, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, I actually fully believe these words than whatever the other guy's name is. So I'm super excited for Little Devil Inside. Nothing has changed. I just love how unique it looks. I'm happy that they're in a spot where they've gotten down to like the core of what they want to make and how to make it and the best people in the room to help make that happen, and they're kind of all on the same page. To me, this read as like there was new people that were hired and they wanted to do this and the core team wanted to do that, and it just seems like a lot of infighting, and maybe they got too ambitious with it, and they had to kind of like narrow that scope down. I've heard some people say like this was kind of hinted at maybe PlayStation they're upset with. But I can maybe see that. To me, I feel like it's more on a team level than a PlayStation kind of indie partner kind of thing.
If I could be honest, it does sound like when it goes for we're looking for partners.
For publishers.
Or publishers, it probably sounds like PlayStation didn't like where this was going and went,
fair.
Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah, this doesn't make sense for us, and that's probably why they had to readjust. That's what at least it speaks to me.
Yeah. I mean, it could be true. I hope not. But
yeah, I hope nothing but the best for this team, and seeing how they've repurposed it for Unreal Engine 5. Awesome, excellent. The game looks super unique.
Yeah.
I'm super down for that. So I'm so excited.
To answer the second part of Black Wyver's question, I don't think it's this year.
No.
Next year would be my guess at some point.
Yeah, maybe early next year, second half. But if they're getting to that stage, that still means they got to set up marketing and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Take your time, NeoStream.
Take your time.
We have not forgotten.
Yeah, don't worry, because we got a lot of PSP games to play on our PlayStation Portals, baby. As the next story on the list explains, PlayStation Portal already hacked and to run PSP games. This comes from the amazing Zarmina Khan over at PlayStation Lifestyle. A group of Google engineers banded together. Look at this, Google. Of course, the enemy. Anyway,
like they have nothing better to do than this right here.
Go fix your Gmail, okay? I got so many spams in my inbox. Get to it, all right? But actually, keep on hacking this thing. This is cool. Well, sorry, I'm not endorsing it, but I think it's cool. All right.
This is like just before you continue. This is just so weird how like a giant billion-dollar company is like, yeah, no, we're doing something you shouldn't do, but like we did it. So what are you gonna do about it? But don't you do it. Cool. Let us, like, it's weird.
Let's do it. So they've hacked it to run PSP games. The group managed to get PSP emulator PPSPP to run natively on the handheld, but have said that they still have a lot of work to do. The development was shared by Google's cloud vulnerability research and Andy Nguyen on Twitter, who clarified that the hack didn't involve fiddling with the Portal's hardware. Nguyen, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name, and other Google employees managed to get the handheld installed, get the hack installed after more than a month of trying. Nguyen added since the group is still working on other things like your goddamn jobs, guys, Jesus, they don't plan to release the hack in the near future. Nguyen's tweet garnered positive response from followers who bemoaned the Portal's limited use. The handheld is merely a remote player for the PlayStation 5, but doesn't yet support cloud gaming, so it's limited to running games installed on the system. Kyle Stevenson, the trophy room.
It's me.
This is cool. This is neat.
Yeah, right. I enjoy it. How do they get the games on the emulator?
I think probably they like on the USB-C back. There's probably a dongle.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's totally fair.
That's fair. That said, though, I want to play Dynasty Warriors on on the Portal. So give me the PSP version of Dynasty Warriors, and I'm a happy boy.
I think at this point, I will say there are very few games that are only available on PSP that I'm eager to play. Okay. Minus the God of War games. Those are the only two that I think are not like easily accessible to me in this current state. But like most other PSP games, I either have updated versions on, like Star Ocean 2, or we're getting through PS Plus with like Resistance.
Yeah.
And Crisis Core got its own remaster.
I'm really excited for Resistance Retribution.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. That's something
I think that's out. Like, I think we can play that now.
Yeah, right now.
Sweet.
It just came out literally today. That said, Kyle, listen, don't believe the propaganda. Helldivers never die. ... They just respawn. Helldivers 2 reaches, as of recording, they've broken the record yet again. 457,649 as of recording the podcast.
And 556,999 of them are not fighting the bots. We have an issue in the with the bots. Get your asses over there.
Get over to the front line where it matters. The bugs can wait. The automatons need to go.
Jesus, how are we going to win this war if people ignore the biggest threat?
If the cowards out there are too scared to fight the robots, that they're fighting little bugs. Okay? Oh, the charges are really tough. Nah, I got the railgun, dude. I'm totally fine. Go over there.
Democracy is needed galaxy-wide, not in the one sector where there are bugs.
That's right. Democracy is at a tipping point. All right? Where we might lose it this year. Okay? There is an evil side of this galaxy that wants to see democracy ruined. They want to see managed democracy destroyed. Go out there. Lay your life down for managed democracy, for Super Earth, okay?
Jeez. Cowards.
Cowardice of people. And listen, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something really crazy.
Okay.
I like fighting the automatons even more. I think that when you see the lasers zip past you, that's a dopamine hit, dude.
Yeah.
This game never ceases to make you feel like you're in the middle of the shit, you know?
Silk Edit says Lady Liberty needs more server space to spread democracy.
That too. Which, shout out to this team and shout out to the CEO as well.
They know what's wrong. They acknowledge it.
They know what's wrong. They're already patching it so that like the server issue, hopefully in the next coming week or two, is going to be fixed. But just how realistic they are. So like they talk about like we're not just going to hire everybody, like we're not going to suddenly grow the team and just to lay them off like what we see these trends do. Trust me, we're going about it the right way. We're growing smart. We're not growing fast. We're going to do things the right way. I really dig those type of responses from the CEO. And
did they also say, maybe somebody made this up, but like they mentioned, no, it's okay to not buy it until it works.
Yeah. He literally, he's like, it's okay not to buy it until it works like the way it should.
I love
you're
that.
Totally right. I love that energy, and it makes me want to buy the game even more.
Exactly.
I already have it.
I know.
But yeah, this game's incredible, man. I love what like a lot of the consensus is. It's like it reminds me when like multiplayer games were pure. It wasn't like this like, you know, constantly.
It's not about
thing.
It's not about
simple.
like kill streaks or high scores.
Right.
It's more just having fun. Like dying isn't the end of the world. It's part of the thing.
And even like I've only saw one person grief, and I made them feel guilty about it. Like someone stole like a sample, and then the other guy shot him in the head. I go, "What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't be dumb.
Yeah,
you screw us all over." And it's so funny because like the game's like built off like capitalism, like managed democracy, but it's actually at the end of the day, it's like the most socialist game in the world. It's about working together for common goals. You're all sharing like your loot. Like there's nothing. I love its underlying themes. I think it's really silly and it's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
That said, Kyle, as of this podcast records, it's the PlayStation VR 2's 1 year anniversary. Quick thoughts, Kyle. How are you feeling about PlayStation VR 2 1 year in as you struggle to get it on your face? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, so my back hasn't been good enough to use this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of games, the seated position doesn't work all that great.
Fair enough.
So I haven't used it in a while, but I still think it is the most impressive VR thing. From what I played, I realized that there is new Oculus headsets, and they're probably way better. But from what I've used, this is like super cool. And I think the games that I did get to play or have played are well worth it. I love it. I just wish that there were more on the marketing and
supported it better.
Yeah, like and maybe not like, maybe that's a weird way of saying it because we are getting games, but they're not like super marketed and known for everybody.
Yeah.
What I feel we feel they should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with the Meta Quest. Like we're still waiting for our Asgard's Wrath. You know.
Yes.
We're still waiting for our Half-Life Alyx, and I think
Horizon's close.
Horizon's close.
Call of the Mountain's close.
We're still yet to be there yet.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's a bummer. But like, you know, like games like Synapse though are like absolutely incredible. Demio's fantastic. So like there's really great experiences on PSVR 2. It's just the lack of really seemingly PlayStation support is a bummer. It really is. That said, though,
also just really quickly, I just checked to see if it was in the doc, but one of our community members shout out that legendary Tales game.
Yes.
He said they said it's great, like 40 hours, it's a good time, and not a lot of people are talking about it. So there's a new VR game out there that people enjoy.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. It's time for the next little bit of flash news. Final Fantasy VII open world section of the demo is live today. It updates the demo from last week.
Yeah, so a demo got an update, and now you can play more of the open world stuff instead of just like the scripted mission from what I assume is the opening of Rebirth when it comes out next week. Cannot believe it's next week. That's wild. Yeah, I won't be playing the demos because we're so close. I'm good. I know what it is. I'm excited. I have days off of work for it. Don't need to play anymore. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to get even more of this game for people to check out.
Yeah. That said, Kyle, it's time to tab on over to the media section.
Oh.
And the media
Click.
tab. Click. L1. All right, Kyle. Borderland movie trailer impressions.
Yeah.
The Borderland movie, it's finally here.
Yeah.
It's here. Everybody's
first entry in the Borderlands cinematic universe, apparently.
Ooh.
The BCU.
The BCU. Kyle, talk about this trailer.
I think...
Because you're the big Borderlands fan.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your thoughts are on it.
I think this looks like a ton of fun.
Okay.
I enjoyed the look of it. I think they nailed a lot of what Pandora is in the game. Mm-hmm. I think the bandits look like they were taken straight from the game and put in real life. I love the catch a ride buggy. Looks super cool. I dig Jack Black as Claptrap. His few lines, I think he nailed it. He's so good. Yeah. I thought the jokes were funny.
They're Borderlands.
Yeah. I just think they nailed the aesthetic of Borderlands. Where I feel like where I don't know how to feel is I love Kevin Hart. He's just not rolling to me. Yeah. I love seeing Jamie Lee Curtis in movies. She feels weird as Tannis.
Okay.
I love Cate Blanchett. She looks amazing in this movie. It's weird seeing her as Lilith. Like it's one of those things where seeing I see the actor, not the character.
Right.
But I think it's going to be a really, really fun time.
So I looked at the poster because they teased the trailer yesterday. Yep. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get the vibe. And then they showed us a picture of Cate Blanchett as Lilith. Uh-huh. And
respectfully,
I'm not going to hang on too much of like talking about Cate Blanchett because I'm going to end up barking like a dog. But like, oh my God, I'm in love. So like, I see her as Lilith, sure, you know. Woof, 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 woof. See, it's happening. I can't. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. But like the cast is stellar, you know. One sec.
We even saw a glimpse of like Marcus for a brief second, and I think he looks exactly like him. We saw Moxie in there. Yes. Gina Gershon as well. Looks great in the brief little clip. Just from like the sets, like seeing Moxie's bar behind her, it looks like straight out of the game. Seeing all the heads of the gun manufacturers in there, or knowing they're going to be in here. The Doll, Atlas. We even got Hammerlock, which was not in the trailer, but we know Hammerlock's going to be in the movie. They're nailing everything. I wish that we got Mordecai and Brick, because they're the two of the original 4 characters that aren't in the movie, which feels a little weird. Like we even got Krieg before those two, which is odd.
He's a Borderlands 2 guy, right?
Yeah. So like, I don't know. And it's weird where now that I know that it's a cinematic universe, like I know what the end credit scene is going to be. It's going to be Handsome Jack. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I know this movie's been in like development hell. It's changed directors. The writers have left and come back.
Yeah, Eli Roth directed this. Yeah. That's wild.
And one of the Deadpool directors as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or producers. Yeah. So like, I get it that like the odds of this movie being good are slim, but like it does look like Borderlands. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's what it is.
I also watching this trailer, I'm like, I could go for a new Borderlands game.
Yeah, same.
I totally could go for it right now.
That's probably what they're making.
Yeah.
That said, here's the last bit of Flash news, okay? Oh my God. So we're talking about Elden Ring. We're talking about Bloodborne. We're talking about Cate Blanchett and Lady Gaga in a podcast. This is my episode, y'all. Lady Gaga's coming to Fortnite Festival. Includes chromatic-inspired skins and a damn keytar. This is by Alyssa Merchette. Pretty much for the most part, she's going to be, on February 20th, the pop star turned actor shared a smoky mystery picture to X, formerly Twitter. It appears to show the Fortnite character model, the image accompanied by one word that's a nod to the 5-year-old meme, Fortnite, fixed in, how it's spelled in the game. The post quotes the original 2019 tweet in which Gaga asked, "What's Fortnite?" Mama Monster is going to be in Fortnite, and I can't wait. I'll spend all the money for her.
And she's the headliner of the concert. It just sounded really weird.
Oh boy, that's going to be clipped out and shared. Yeah, awesome. I'm in. There's going to be a live concert. There's going to be a battle pass.
Cool. Excellent. I'm excited for you.
That said, Kyle, I want to know about what you've been playing.
Sure. We'll get too much into what I was playing before Balatro, because we'll save that for our next By the Players chat. But I did finally hop back into part 2 of Last of Us.
Nice.
What a game.
What a game.
Those emotional moments still hit me just as hard. It is... Man, it's awesome. Didn't auto-plat, though.
Oh.
I have the plat on PS4.
Okay.
But according to my last save, I'm missing a couple of collectibles.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Which I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. With the chapter select in the new Naughty Dog games, it's not that hard. But it's pretty great. But, Joe, Monday morning, you sent me a code that we received.
Yes.
That changed my life.
Oh, wow. Change your life.
I have put, since Monday receiving the code, 18 hours
Jesus Christ.
into this game. Balatro is a poker roguelite. That sounds weird, but when I tell you it is the most addicting game I have ever played, more addicting, Joe, than the Suika game we played all the way back from Raleigh, North Carolina on the Switch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Essentially, you play poker hands. You play 5-card poker. You discard to try to get the best hand. You score points based on that hand, and you're always trying to beat what the blinds are. So the blinds are the in real poker are like the automatic bet for certain players to make sure that there is a pot. But in this one, they act like mini bosses. And then the final boss is like the big boss to move up antes. So move up just like another round. And each type of hand has a different type of multiplier, has a different starting point value. And then let's say you put down all 10s down. They'll be worth 10 points. 9s are worth 9, etc., etc. So on top of the base score and the multiplier, it adds the value of the cards to it, and then you rack up crazy point totals. The way the roguelike part comes in is there are jokers. The jokers have different abilities tied to them. So one could be like add an extra 5 multiplier for every heart you score in a hand. Receive $4 for every spade you discard, because you need money in between rounds to buy booster packs to add additional cards to your deck, or buy tarot cards that will take a regular 3 and change it to an ace, and even planet cards, which will upgrade the multiplier bonuses for each type of hand, which raises the multiplier and the base score or whatever. And that's like, you just play poker and you try to get through 8 antes, so 8 full rounds to win a run. I've gotten to the 8th one several times. I have yet to beat it because it's difficult. But it's sort of that kind of one more run kind of itch that next thing you know, 2 hours have gone by. Because you're just so in it, and the rounds are quick. When you lose, it immediately comes up like, go again. try to do a different strategy. Instead of going for 3 of a kind, try doing all flushes and see how far you can get. Yeah. So it is so deep mechanically, and you're always discovering new types of cards to help you out. And the cool thing is that you can also, similar to like Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne, where let's say you find a dungeon that drops a very valuable item, and you want to farm it. So you take note of what the Chalice dungeon number is, and you can input that and go there wherever you want to get that item to help out.
Oh, that's cool.
In this one, there are seeds where you can copy the seed of the run you just did to re-go in and use the same cards and try to learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
The only difference is doing that, you can't discover new cards. That's the one asterisk for doing that. And if poker isn't your thing, maybe you're not going to love it. But as far as a roguelike goes, it's one of the freshest takes on it. And it's so... It might sound confusing, but when you're in it, it just kind of becomes second nature.
Oh, wow. You've actually sold me on it, because I know nothing of poker, and I think you did a fantastic job selling me on this thing.
Yeah, if you know the basic hands, and know that if you have all of one suit, that's a flush.
Goldfish.
Yeah, exactly. If you have, cards in order, that's a straight. Pair them up or pairs, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. And they also teach you what they are too. Like, it's not like they're not expecting everyone to be poker savants. Like, they actually tell you what each type of hand does. They show you.
Okay.
They tell you what the jokers do. Yeah, it's very accessible that way.
Okay.
Tons of replay value. It's trophyless is incredibly difficult. I'm gonna try. If that's your thing out there, looking for a quick plat, this is not it. But it is insanely good. I think so far to date, this is my game of the year, and we're only in February.
Wow,
that's how much I freaking love this game. Okay. I can't stop thinking about it.
Okay, fair enough. Holy crap,
it's awesome. Please go check it out. I don't know how much it is on the store.
I think it's $15.
$15, well worth it. And shout out to the crew for providing us a code. I'm very, very grateful. It's great.
Yeah. I am currently playing through the Tomb Raider collection.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, I don't have any thoughts high level on the games themselves. I'm still playing through the first one. I'm about 4 hours in, so y'all tell me where I'm at. And I've been playing it exclusively on the Portal. That's all I've been doing. So it's been pretty much my lunch break game. And I could tell you right here, right now, from my experience on the PlayStation Portal, again, about 4-ish hours. So don't hold my feet to the fire yet. Let me get to Tomb Raider 2 before I can say it confidently. If you're a fan of Tomb Raider, though, this thing runs solid. That was my big issue with the person doing it, Inspire, the team doing it, Aspire, because of that Knights of the Old Republic remake. And though I am so excited for Battlefront, don't get me wrong, this has got me or given me a lot more hope, because it runs pretty darn well, and it gives you the option of sticking to the regular tank controls, which literally 5 seconds into it, I was like, options, tank controls, no thanks.
I was just going to ask, like, how does it work in a modern setting?
It works. It just feels, and it's
meaning modern setting in games, not like they changed the setting of the actual.
It's pretty much like you're able to move the camera around without
gotcha. Okay,
like that fixed juxtaposition. So it's not like your old school Resident Evil tank controls that you were used to. You can move the camera freely, and it's not going to get in the way of things. I think that is a huge quality of life improvement. Again, I played with the classic controls for like not even 5 minutes, and I was like, oh shit, this is like GoldenEye level bad. Let me switch to something else, and it felt a lot better. Of course, it's not going to be great to Joseph in 2024, but to like Joe in like 2008 1998, this would have been astounding. So the low quality of life improvements that they've made and the remasters themselves of how they look, this thing is pretty darn impressive. So Tomb Raider fans, be on the lookout for this collection. That said, I'll give you more in-depth thoughts next week. I want to put some good damage into 1, 2, and 3 before I give you my full thoughts on that. But so far, so good.
So the old school Tomb Raider games are something that I never played. Know of course. Is there like a general consensus of which of those three is the best one? Like, is there an Uncharted 2 of the Tomb Raider games?
Yeah, Tomb Raider fans, let us know.
Yeah, please let us know, because I'm curious. I have no idea.
I just always knew like the first three are like the gold standard.
I mean,
Tomb Raiders.
Lara is iconic. Those games are iconic. I just don't know which one is the one, if you had to pick.
That said, I've also been playing while I'm home more Helldivers. This game's incredible, man. This game's so good. And now that I don't have the dog yipping in the back and me being very paranoid about it, I forgot to mention on last week's show that is still the best feature of this game is when you're calling in stratagems, your bonus powers, your supers, your ultras, whatever you want to call it. When you're calling down an orbital bombardment, AoE, to just cover the field. First off, those moments never get old. Like last week I talked about dropping my first hell bomb like it was a big thing. I've dropped a dozen of those. And it's cool knowing like I've been in teams where like we're now quote unquote seasoned, like we've put 30 hours plus in it. We're like hell bomb. Okay,
are you super citizens at this point?
Oh, we're super citizens, dude.
Yeah,
we're super citizens. I'm actually a chief, so
congrats.
Call me chief, pal.
Congratulations.
All right, buddy. Call me chief. And then like for example, I was with a community member, Sean, and I was like, okay, putting a hell bomb, and they're all like, oh god, you gotta run. And he's talking to his friends like, dude, have you seen these? You gotta run away fast. Whatever. Like it's those moments that are really, really cool. I want to shout out King Recyclops, who's been my like go-to buddy in the Discord. I ask people almost every night, that's not a record night, that 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, let's go, let's dive, let's go save democracy, from the evils of tyranny. And he's been my go-to buddy. I want to thank was it Parrot Jimmy, if I remember correctly, just dropped into his game. We just started like obliterating things. It's so fun to go in to other community members like squads just to hang out and surprise them. Cool. It's been a really cool experience, man.
I saw a very fun TikTok about Helldivers today of somebody calling a mortar into the evacuation, and it landed before the ship, and when it shot up, it hit the evacuation ship into orbit, and it landed all the way on the other side of the map. That was great. I love that that's a thing that can happen.
There's just so many like moments. It really is like the water cooler moment that we often talk about in games that like battle royales get right. This also does a supremely good job in doing. Where like one moment you're like just bullshitting with your friends, and then all of a sudden like there's a swarm or an army of just like Terminids or like robots just coming at you. Like there was this awesome moment I had where I was playing with the elite. And I just saw we were playing on like level 6. I forget what that's called. I think it's called like insane or whatever. We just saw an army coming down from a mountaintop, like down to our position. I'm like, this is incredible. How many things are on the screen right now? And we're calling in like just like airstrikes, bombardments, giant lasers from the sky, and it's not skipping a beat. It's awesome when Helldivers works. But when you ask for, hey, people, you want to come at 10 o'clock at night, play a game with us, when there is currently like 450,000 people clogging the servers, it gets frustrating. Like Bertos Maximus writes in, good evening, guys. Oh boy. What a week. I would like to talk about the issues surrounding the Helldiver servers. There's been a lots of complaining, and I don't think people truly understand the issues Arrowhead are facing. People keep saying bring it to Xbox and that will solve the issues.
Including
Phil. There will be more servers, especially Phil. He doesn't know who it helps. Helps PlayStation players. Um, hey, but you know that too. Anyway, because you're doing the same. However, Arrowhead themselves have stated it's not about the servers that are the main issue. It's about the backend code and the workforce. What are your thoughts? And do you think we will see an end to the server at capacity issues? All this just goes to show AAA games may have had their time, and smaller studios and indies are where the future is at. Quote, maybe, or yeah, maybe an unpopular opinion, but meh. As always, thank you guys for bringing the stellar content and keep the good fight going for democracy. Remember, the bugs and bots won't kill themselves. Well, if you convince them, who knows? So Kanik writes in, "Hey guys, I'll start my ranting about Helldivers, but please know I'm angry because I like the game so much that not being able to play hurts that much more. How in 2024 a live service game always online does not have scalable backend? Up or down, it seems it should be a given. Do you think Sony as a publisher should have warned slash helped them? As for today's news, I'll just say welcome to Hi-Fi to new Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves players. Hope you enjoy your time, and also join me in my loss of productivity playing Balatro."
I'm right there with you, Cannon.
Yeah, there's two trains of thoughts. So, I think the CEO, his name keeps escaping me for the moment. But they went on to say that like it's really due to the code that we're using. We did not think that this game was going to be as as huge as it is, and I think nobody at Sony knew, nobody at Arrowhead knew how popular this game would be. I think they were pretty explicit in saying that like their original hard cap was like around 350,000, and they already upped that to 450 as a hard cap.
Mm-hmm. CEO's name, by the way, is Johan Pilestedt.
Johan, my brother, crushing it. First off, because he's being so transparent with folks and saying like, listen, we fixed our matchmaking issues, or a lot of the fixes there are ready. We already have prepped for the server fix, but our teams are hard at work, and this is at the end of the day a very small team working on what I think a lot of people thought was going to be a much smaller game. So when they saw the numbers, I bet they are still as shocked as y'all that like the numbers keep going up and up and up. And for like, PlayStation, Johan has stated they've been terrific partners. And as well from PlayStation as Steam has as well, have been terrific partners throughout this whole ordeal. So they're working on it. It's not a magical fix. No one knew how popular this game would be. And when it comes to the server issues, it's about the back end code that they're using for the game. And they're working around the clock to fix it. So
I'm not saying it's in the same vein, but this very much feels akin to like when Dying Light came out. Yes. Where everyone is just like, okay, could be good, looks interesting, and then it took over.
Yeah.
And I feel like from Sony's side of things, not that they did anything wrong with like making sure they were okay with like the launch and server capacity or whatever, but I feel like they probably looked at the first Helldivers numbers and they were like, that was a cult following. It was a niche game. Not a whole lot of people played it, but they were maybe expecting that kind of same level here. And they were like, yeah, the 350,000 cap, it's going to be totally fine.
Yeah.
Not going to be a problem at all. And I think switching to third person helped a great deal for the appeal for people to want to play. I think the viral nature of this game when it comes to social media, I think helps it a great deal, with not just the in-game clips, but just everyone actually talking like they are real soldiers in a war when they talk about this game.
There's two memes that come to mind. One is like the video of like the guys are sitting on like a cliffside, and one guy's like, so what are you gonna do when you get back home? The one guy's like, I'm gonna see my mom. It's just beamed in the face.
Yeah.
And then there's like a wife. She's talking about how they could support their partners.
Yes, very much. I saw that one. That's great.
as they hell dive and the do's and don'ts. Hilarious.
Yeah, I just think this is the perfect storm for this kind of game right now,
Mm-hmm.
where PlayStation fans are so desperate and dire for something new from a PlayStation Studios game, or just PlayStation Studios in general, that we have it. It's fun. It's hitting.
Yep.
And
guys, this is why, like, what I've been saying for months now is, like, I get it. The PlayStation Studios games, we're dying for our Last of Us or God of Wars, all that, right? The general population has no idea the difference between this game and Last of Us. They just know this game's really fun and it's made by PlayStation, similar to The Last of Us. Like,
yeah,
when we talk about, oh, PlayStation has no first party exclusives, like, they have ton of exclusives that people are excited for,
that they poo-poo because they're not the ones that they already know. It's
like Rise of Ronin got a new
open world trailer today.
You get to find kittens.
Yeah, that's an in-game collectible.
Awesome.
Cool.
You know, Stellar Blade, you get to see her. You know,
did you hear that got like an adults only rating over there? Yeah,
I bet.
And we're getting Rebirth next week. Like, that is technically a PS5 exclusive right now.
That's the Stellar Blade model is like she's one stitch coming off away from that port. You know, like I'm excited for the game, but like, well,
respectfully,
but also respectfully. I am but a man.
Yeah.
Again, Kate Blanchett. You want to start with me? Like, I'm gonna start howling. Are you kidding me?
Was it last week when you were like, you made a joke about you not falling in love with video game characters?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it doesn't happen. It literally happens almost every week with you.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
But also on the Helldivers 2 like server issues, I guarantee you PlayStation is taking this as a lesson learned when it comes to all future live service things. And they will absolutely reach out to Arrowhead and be like, listen, what are you doing on the back end? How can we help this and then extend the same kind of thing that you're doing to all the other games, like not Contraband, I have that on my mind, Concord, Fair Games. Like, how do we make sure this doesn't happen to any other live service game that we put out?
And real talk, I think one of the things that worked to Helldivers' advantage here is, like, we saw very little of it before it came out. Like, retrospect did wonders for that game, because look at look at what was it, Fair Games and Concord, how much hate they are because they were announced as multiplayer games and like big AAA budget type looking games, and how much crap they've gotten. Helldivers was able to fly just below the radar so that, you know, the internet mob wouldn't be angry. And now that it's something, it's like, guys, PlayStation can do this. Maybe we could give them a little bit more credit. I don't know. You know, I can't wait to see what Concord looks like, actually plays like. And Fair Games, I've always said I thought looked fun. So yeah. That's it, Kyle. Are you holding on to something?
A pack of Trident gum.
Oh, what flavor?
Original flavor.
Oh, hot damn.
I'd never knew it was just original flavor. I always assumed peppermint or something.
Spearmint?
Yeah, but it literally just says original flavor.
Original flavor.
Right.
Okay. That's interesting.
You tried it. I don't know.
What's the difference between peppermint and spearmint?
One's green, one's blue. I don't know.
Right? I'm holding on to Millennia right here. All right. Let me just put her down because she looks delicate. Like, I don't want to break the sword for the 18th time. Anyway, prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. Ping Pong. February 19th.
Ping Pong.
Ping Pong. Pink Pong.
Yeah.
Balatro. February 20th. Kyle's Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Ireme Collection Volume 2. February 20th. The Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout Anthology on February 20th. Quap 2. Whoever made that goddamn title, give them a raise. Return to Grace, February 20th. Tviv on February 20th. Warhammer 40K Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, February 20th. A Time Traveler's Guide to the Past Delicacies on February 21st. Nailed it. Escape the Glitch on February 21st. Froggy Kill Up Froggy, the retro platformer about death. February 20th. That's not part of it, but you know. Okay. Slave Zero X on February 21st. It gives me PTSD that they changed.
Oh, it's this game. Okay.
They changed Boba Fett's ship to just called Boba Fett's ship.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Slave One.
Hmm.
Okay? It's not politically correct. He's a bounty hunter. I think they work in a moral gray area. You know? You kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
All right? Jesus Christ. You don't think the guy with the Confederate flag on his truck, doesn't have ideas that don't match with today's society? Come on. They're bounty hunters. They're not good people. Slave One. Let's keep the name. Jesus, when you saw the Boba Fett show and the shot where it swoops in and they're like on their motorcycles, they don't even know, and you just see it just go. Oh my God, dude. Slave One. Keep it. Keep the name alive. All right. 502's Arcade, February 22nd. Sorry, that was a rant. Don't know why. I think it's the caffeine. Garden Life, a cozy simulator, February 22nd. Heroin Anthem 02. Scale Scars Oath, February 22nd.
Did I just have a stroke? What did you just say?
Heroin Anthem 02. Scale
Scars Oath?
Yeah.
Okay. That's quite a name.
Inclunati on February 22nd. Something about that game. I see it in my mind's eye. It looks interesting.
Which one? Inclunati?
Inclunati. Yeah, like the Illuminati, but with ink. King Arthur, The Knight's Tale, February 22nd. Pacific Drive, February 22nd.
Which I have a code for.
Okay.
Talk about it next week.
All right.
Very excited.
Very excited. Quadroids, February 22nd. Rough Ganor on February 22nd. Yohane the Partholon. Namazu in Mirage.
Nailed it.
22nd. Now, dude, crushed it. Are you kidding me? Operation Sarpent. See? Boom. Nailed it. February 23rd.
That one was close.
The Promenade on February 23rd. Strange Horticulture on February 23rd. Strange Horticulture. Wait, let's stop.
You said horn. You said strange horny culture.
Horticulture.
Yeah, but you said horny culture. Or at least I heard horny culture. That's why I laughed.
Yeah, maybe we got Stellar Blade on the mind.
Possibly.
What do they do? They cutting bushes that look like wieners? Like, what is this strange?
No, it's actually a pretty anticipated indie game.
Oh, okay. I just think of Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
with when he trims his bushes.
It's a puzzle game where you run a plant store.
Oh,
yeah,
fair enough. Train Chase, February 24th. Got to chase them trains.
Chase them.
Time for our favorite segment of the show, but sadly the last segment. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw!
Oh yeah, the caffeine's really kicked in. Kyle, we only have one question for the Sony Pony Express. Y'all crushed it. Y'all put in all the questions during the show. Thank you all so much.
And the one question.
And can I just say this?
Yeah.
Even we give you ideas of what to like throw our way in terms of questions. If you want to throw some like different ones out there, like, hey, listen, I got something different.
Yeah.
Throw a curveball our way. It's no problem.
Love curveballs.
Yeah.
The one question, fittingly enough, comes from Solo. And Solo writes in, now that PlayStation has such a hot item live service game that is theirs, per se, quote unquote, do you see them at some point sharing it with Xbox, since we are getting Xbox games now, and Xbox players are signing a petition to bring it over? Well. I just really quickly before you say it way more eloquently and intelligently.
I doubt it.
I found it so funny how Phil was like, "Yeah, I want it on here. I don't know why it's not here. It baffles me. And Phil, I'm sorry, Helldivers is essentially like a PlayStation IP. Mm-hmm. The first one I don't believe ever was on Xbox.
Nope.
So
PC, Vita, PS4.
Why would you expect that? I just feel like a lot of hypocrisy going on when I saw that quote. Right, and I will get off my I will get off my high horse and be like,
your high pony.
My high pony, exactly.
Let me hop on that.
The highest of ponies, good sir.
Yeah, let me hop on this.
Come on up. Yeah.
Listen, Phil. After all that money thrown, where did it get you? Back to me. No, I mean, listen. Real talk. He makes a good point. Like, it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Bring it to as many people as possible. At the same exact time, Jesus Christ, 450,000. That is
huge.
Almost double I believe almost double. I know it's a lot more than what like Halo Infinite did. And Halo Infinite had the marketing behind it, like it huge, and it's a great game. Like, holy crap, sometimes you just have lightning in the bottle and you can't explain it other than like just the luck of the draw. Like, would Helldivers be as successful if it launched in November, right next to Call of Duty? Absolutely not. Best time, middle of February.
Yeah.
Like, who knew? So like it's just the luck of the draw sometimes. Sometimes you're just getting lucky. And the way I see it is Phil's saying this as he's projecting the new image of Xbox.
Yeah.
It's not more so of like, hey, this is what I think PlayStation should do. It's kind of queuing up what they're doing in the background.
Sure.
It's what we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're bringing a lot of their games over to Xbox, right? You'll still get some that I believe will stay there, like your Hellblades. But anything that has a multiplayer component, you should put that on all the platforms. And I think that's his argument. I think it starts with Sea of Thieves, and I think it ends with Halo being on PlayStation. 100%. And PlayStation's methodology of it is just going, hey, listen, we still think the box is the most important thing, because to PlayStation it is. And to Sony as a whole, the box is important to them. That's why the CEFO is talking all about margins, because this is the only sector of Sony that does gangbusters. And Sony usually lets them do whatever they want, because it's like, whatever, we don't understand this here. Right? But now they have a duty to bring in more buku bucks than ever. So that's why you're seeing games, again, slowly but surely, more of them showing up on PC with maybe more aggressive timelines for that. But it's why you're seeing multiplayer games, because they understand it. Like, right now, if you check the numbers between Steam and PS5, I bet they are heavily skewed towards PC players.
Sure.
I bet the wide majority of folks are on PC right now and not on PlayStation. And that's fine, because it's giving PlayStation the cash needed to go out there and make your, Last of Us, your God of Wars, all those amazing games. So PlayStation has the luxury of not needing Xbox, because they are in such a distant third. And why do they need to give them a Last of Us or a God of War? Because in PlayStation's eyes, it's giving their competitor that has lesser software, let's be honest, but superior hardware, have your superior software. That don't make much sense. If you're thinking the ways that PlayStation is thinking. To me, I don't give a shit. I want that game. I want Helldivers on Xbox. Sure. I don't care. Put Concord on there for all I care. I don't care. I don't. More games being played by more people is always a win. At the end of the day, though, we are not going to see for a long time PlayStation games on Xbox. But y'all, that day is coming. Again, I'm not the show.
Exactly, yeah. I was going to say, Captain Logan in chat, Kyle wants Xbox games without giving Sony games. We already did. That'll be the show. But I'm okay with it coming to Xbox. I still believe having some sort of exclusive window as like a benefit for playing on that ecosystem for a PlayStation Studios branded game, which Helldivers is.
That's I don't know. That's just the way I see it. Those games, it will come eventually one day. It's just not anytime soon. But the way PlayStation sees it, it's like, yeah, why should we? But to me, it's like, why not? You're just gonna get more money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's all about? About that consistent growth, And that said, with Remake Station saying, keep dreaming, I will dream on my ship. That's gonna be in Sea of Thieves.
Where do you see that?
5 when I get my trophies. I don't know, some troll in the chat. That being said, with all that out of the way.
You mean Logan?
yeah, kind of Logan. He's just a naysayer.
Yeah, I know.
He's just salty because those seas are going to be blue as PlayStation's logo. All right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. At the end of the day, gaming's awesome. Oh, my God. I can't wait to play Helldivers. This is what I'm going to do immediately afterwards,
Yeah.
Can't wait. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, we love you all so much. Thank you for supporting the show like y'all do. Kyle, is there anything you'd like to spotlight? I heard you got something cooking in the oven.
A little tiny something. Follow me at Mr. Kset pretty much everywhere. If you want to check out more indie gaming goodness, me talking about it, go hit up 61indie.com or just follow 61indie on socials and subscribe to us on YouTube. Not only are we doing our 4th showcase on March 20th, where we're showing off an amazing number of indie games. But we also just announced that 61 Indie is partnering with Vicarious PR, which is where I work. In a joint partnership, they will be helping us be able to bring the best version of the showcases and bring what we envision to the table in a more grander scheme, as well as the Indie Game Awards. We're putting on our own Indie Game Awards presented by 61 Indie. We know there's plenty of other indie game shows, award shows, but more is not a bad thing. And we just want to celebrate the games and the devs that make them, which is our goal. And more news on that coming soon, but the things that are cooking are very exciting.
That's awesome. Dude.
Very, very exciting. So yeah.
Real talk. Just, a mano here.
Sure.
What 61 Indie constantly not just surprises and delights, but they just
put it on the box.
Y'all are just killing it, man. Yeah. And you guys don't know how to stop. It's so inspiring to see.
Inspiring.
Everything you guys have done.
It's stressful, though.
Yeah.
We're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, but we're ready for it. We're ready to go.
What you guys do. Yeah. No one.
Thank you.
Not even close.
That means a lot.
The showcases are better than some of the AAA bull crap that we get. Like, that's huge. And you're like a team of what?
Maybe 6.
Exactly.
Well, I'll say 7 just in case I'm forgetting someone right now off the top of my head.
Yeah. So it's amazing what y'all do. And I'm in awe every time I see it. When I saw the award show, I was like, I know it's going to be, as the kids say, and I disagree, a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the showcases mean a lot to us. We're still going to do 2 a year. And thank you for that feedback. We've heard it from other people in the industry and from the devs that we talk about, because we stress it all the time. Aside from other big showcases that are out there, we don't charge a dime. We just want to show off the game, and the devs appreciate that and just give them a platform to show it off. And we could be charging, but we don't, because that's not who we are. We just want to celebrate the games and the people. So we're very, very excited.
All want to grow the industry.
Yeah, maybe an important step forward instead of a step back.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's fantastic. That said, you can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Twitter. You can find the show at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. You could, listen, if you like what you heard, unlike Remake Station over there, he's angry as all heck. Make sure you support us over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room, or you know what? Send me money and make like a PlayStation's the devil, like a loser or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Next week, just drop it in the super chat.
Yeah, super chat. You know what? Yeah, I'll only read your slander.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. If you want to spew hate our way, you need to drop $5 every week.
For example, for example, Remake Station has said, and if you want me to read your stuff correctly, if you're a troll, you got it again, $5 super chat. They say crossplay. Oh man, everybody will get to play together on the Sea of Thieves and have so much fun. Huh, that's great. Smile, April 2025. Yeah, no problem, because more people get to play together. That's amazing, because video games are about people, not corporations. Oh, some Remake Station thing. Fantastic. I got $5. I'll read them. I'll read them the way you want, you know. Follow us at all your podcast feeds and all that jazz. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you. Keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation. Or you know what? PC, who cares anymore? You know, take
just
your time.
Play video games.
Everybody, let's get nuts.
Bye, y'all. Love you. All right, we're off. I didn't see